welcome to Glory Goals.
Hello!
What? Oh, hello.
Rich is sad.
I'm not sad. I'm not sad that Luke literally has to rig it to beat me now.
You're so desperate, I'm chewing a mint.
That's what I'm getting at. Luke, full on desperado mode. Must say it first. Triggered.
Sounds like loser talk.
Anyways, welcome to the 2-year birthday
Anniversary.
episode.
It's anniversary.
I'm looking at the microphone rather than the camera. This is completely throwing me a little bit. We're here in Luke's dining room.
Anniversary.
All four gathered together for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
It has been a while since we've all been together.
Was last year the bedsheet episode?
The bedsheet.
The bedsheet episode.
Yeah, where you're back on the bedsheet for your anniversary.
This isn't a bedsheet.
No, this isn't. But last year.
A dining table.
I know. Last year's anniversary, you had the bedsheet again.
We've always got the bedsheet.
That thing in the loft, that is a bedsheet.
It's still a bedsheet.
Of course it is. What else are you going to do?
So,
I think
for the people who've asked what hasn't changed since we've started, we still have the same bedsheet.
That was my idea.
Weird brag.
Yeah, that's a weird flex.
I was going to say that's the weirdest flex of the episode.
Yeah, this time yet. We've only just started.
Oh, right. So,
So, we put out multiple posts asking for questions and things that people want us to talk about on this episode. And, flatteringly, we've been inundated with questions, which was different to last year where we only got a couple. So, things do change.
but one thing that I think would be quite good to do is we can do questions, but then also talk about the errata, the upcoming errata. I think that'd be quite fun to talk about.
Okay, there's that.
Because that could be like an unscheduled, because we haven't even talked about it before what our things are.
That's true. There is that. There's also the thing, what's been going on with the champions, Luke?
Nothing.
I'm pleading the fifth on that one.
I'm yet to receive my application back. Here's
I
hoping.
see. Did you not send enough nudes?
I think with me, one is too many.
Can you get all in on one photo?
What an angle, man. Well, they managed to get Grimger on that thing.
It's true.
My render's currently in.
Is that the reason why they moved from Grimsharla to Grimgut? It's because you were the new model?
I am, yeah.
Model me like one of your French girls.
Just get the stitches out. Just get the stitches out of my stomach now.
Lovely image.
Oh, that
Anyway.
is just ruined things.
Question.
We're doing questions first.
Let's
Let's just go with
like
it.
we need any kind of...
Jaffa cakes are cakes.
The biscuits.
They're cakes. They go stale when you leave them out.
Doesn't matter.
Like
So
a
biscuit
cake.
goes horrible when you leave it.
No, biscuits go soft.
No.
You're
Biscuits
soft.
go soft, cakes go hard, so it's a cake.
I'm a cake then.
Yeah, that's the next thing then. Are you a cake or a biscuit?
I'm not at the minute. I'm a cake.
I'm a semi-cake.
Dippers is more trifle. Lady finger.
Blancmange.
Literally haven't seen them for since last year. First thing I'm looking to.
Oh dear.
I have to wonder why I come sometimes.
Me too.
Something your
Right.
missus has never said.
Right, question 1 from Dom Sims of the 1066.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Happy. I enjoy it.
He's listening.
Yeah, there's questions there as
Yeah,
well.
so what 3 entertainer squaddies would you like to see as captain parodies? Who would be the mascot and who would be the captain? I know I've already seen Shark and Baby Blackheart.
Baby Blackheart.
Well, you've got yours to pick then, Baby Blackheart.
Yeah. That was a quick one for me then.
What are the 3 do you reckon we see? Well, should we start with the mascot?
To be fair, I just want to say this. I really, really like the shark sculpt.
The pole dancing shark?
Yeah.
Do it.
Was it pole dancing?
It was not exactly pole dancing, but it was dancing around
Pole.
a pole.
It was kind of Shaolin monk, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
War dancer.
Yeah.
Stick dancer.
Well, I suppose technically it's going to be 3 of the remaining
Season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you probably
Minus.
I knew I was going to be sure not to say it. I wouldn't want to be the first to say it.
How do you think they'd do honour?
What? An honour parody.
An honour parody?
Yeah, it's tricky really.
It's a bit of a strange one.
Just send harmony in.
Poor man's honour.
Dressing with your sister. No, I think Obulus is probably a good shout.
Obulus is probably a good shout.
Yeah.
The
master puppeteer, isn't he? Effectively? So, yeah.
So he'd be like a master of puppets.
I presume he'll have puppets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brain pan
maybe
memory.
I was going to say, what if he's
Mascot
like a
puppets?
what if he's like a brain pan memory thing?
Yeah, it could be.
He could be. So, who in the first season did he manipulate? It was Ox, wasn't it?
It was all the Longshanks, weren't it? It was
because I know in the second season he was manipulating the butchers.
first season. The huge thing was between the Union and the Longshanks. Union and
Yeah. So what I'm getting at is
Butchers.
yeah. So he could have like linked activation with the mascot or something like that, and he could be controlling
Puppet
it.
Master.
Who knows?
So
There's plenty of options.
So we're probably saying like maybe Obulus as a captain.
Yeah.
What mascot then?
Oh, that's a little horde of puppets might be quite cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's not kind
But
of
then that's giving a bit too much to Obulus. I think.
Yeah, that's like,
Well,
yeah.
captain and mascot synergising isn't a bad thing, is it?
But then if it's to try and give her like a nod to the season one.
So
It's gone.
just to extend the question,
Last time. Salt, because that's the last time we saw him in season 1.
So, all of the other guilds, when they've been released, have had alternate sculpts of their pair-up models, right? Who do you think? Do you think the pair-up models will be in a new costume to mock another captain?
Yeah.
So, what you could look at is,
it's going to be
do we know who it is?
Brewers.
Brewers, yeah.
Brewers. Was it?
We don't know who it is, do we?
See, mate.
So,
I thought it was the Brewers. The entertainment.
No, which two?
no, we know.
Yeah, no,
we don't know who the pair-ups
people
are.
that
Right,
talk about
it's-
Stoker and Friday because of the knife throwing and
Fire
There is
Right.
that, but imagine if they got Hooper in to parody Tapper.
Isn't
What just take his hat off?
Everyone-
The only way to tell the difference. Hooper's got a hat.
He could. They both hold the.
Yeah, they've both got the big friendship stick.
It is the
Yeah.
meta joke because everyone mixes the two of them up.
Yeah,
They
basically
do.
Hooper
They
takes
do.
his hat off and becomes Tapper.
Yeah.
One's ginger and one's blonde. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Depends how you paint them, really, isn't it?
Well, in the art, one's ginger.
So, right, so there probably wouldn't be a Brewer one then, maybe, if the Brewers are the pair.
Yeah,
so
no.
if it's a parody.
That's what I'm
of
getting
it.
at. Yeah.
So then we've got Fish, we've got
So do you think Friday could be on her?
maybe.
It's just a suggestion.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
Friday
mean?
could be
But
on.
the problem is they wouldn't change their rules, would they? They would just change how they look.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm
Yeah.
thinking Hooper, because Hooper could look like Tapper, but keep Hooper's rules.
Yeah.
So it's quite it's
So
flexible in that sense.
what would Hooper's thing be as an entertainer? Just be a parody
Could
of
be a strongman.
Strongman would work. I
Surely,
think it's
surely
got
Stave
more
would be a
likely
better
to
shout
be-
for a strongman.
No, there's that.
I think it's more likely to be the two that we said for entertainment.
Stoker and
reasons,
Friday.
Yeah. They fit perfectly, but I suppose that's not necessary.
Stoker doesn't fit in the fluff of them.
Yeah. He's otherwise
sad man.
engaged, yeah.
Yeah, he's currently with the blacksmiths. So who else is? What are the season one things? There's Midas. So Midas is going to be in there. Isn't
Ballista.
he?
Yeah,
Well,
Ballista.
Ballista. Ballista.
So we haven't got a blister yet.
No.
I kind of blanked on who was season 1 teams.
Everyone gets
Everyone
the
gets
phones
the
out.
phones out. I'm going to go from memory.
No.
Elks,
Masons.
Brewers, Butchers, Engineers,
Yeah.
Fish.
Fish,
Masons,
Masons,
Morticians.
Morts.
Yeah,
Union.
exactly. Yeah, so we've got them all covered.
Yeah.
But
That's 7, isn't it? As well?
so what do you think to Avarice?
What about him?
Well, he's
We've
currently
already got Blackheart.
Baby
no.
Black
What
Mark.
I'm getting at is Avarice currently isn't in a guild.
Yeah, he kind of wandered off, didn't
He
he?
kind of just wandered off. So what if they bring him in? What if he just goes, oh, you know what? I'm just going to side with these. I'm just going to go with these guys.
Yeah, Captain Avarice.
Action Captain Avarice.
That's a throwback.
So we're saying Obulus,
There's going to be like
an Obulus as a master puppeteer.
So actually, hold on. Right. What if you get Avarice dressed as Obulus with a puppet greed?
Oh,
Giving him
I like it. What?
There you go.
Is that what we settle on then?
Done.
I like that. No, I really like that.
Avarice dressed. I quite like the idea. Well, it wouldn't really fit for season 1 captains, but Avarice in a wig dressed as Esther's.
full on Boudica style.
Yeah, Boudica.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That could be cool.
So I suppose we're hanging our hats on the fact that it'd be season 1 captains then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
season one captains makes sense.
Unless they go completely off there, because if you look at it, the last few minors that have come out have released bigger and bigger models.
Yeah.
Because obviously you had the tank and everyone lost their minds. Now you've got a goat, like a ram, and everyone's lost their minds. So it's kind of
started with
scaling
having a
back.
horse.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, exactly.
Horse tank.
It's escalated.
I like that. That was a really good question.
Yeah. It's good.
Good.
Cakes. Oh, Jaffa cakes are cakes. I've just hit that question again.
Right. This is a good one. Right, so question. So if you had to marry, kiss, and sleep with God tier champions,
I think we're all going to say the same one for sleeping with.
I'd sleep with Lausanne.
Yeah, damn straight.
Well, yeah, I've made my feelings very clear about Lausanne.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to marry Naya because she looks quite homely, and I think she'll be able to cook nice dinners.
It's the compliment everybody wants to get, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
She's someone who can build a nice home for you. Like have
You look like
In a cave.
You look like a 1950s house.
No, I built these chips in a cave.
Well, what else can I say? I don't. And I'd kiss Rattlebones because kissing an orc, that's one off the list.
I don't want to see the rest of your list.
Wow, I'm glad you asked.
He's halfway down it.
No, go on. I think marrying Naya probably is a thing.
I'll give you that.
You literally
Sleeping
just
with
picked
Lausanne.
the 3 women of the.
There's only 3 women in
Yeah.
there.
Champion.
Oh no, there's Morrigan.
Morrigan.
Sleep with Morgan.
Oh, I see.
Just sleep with Morrigan. Fine with the cold bone.
Cold burner.
Cold boner. Go on, Dave. What are yours then? You can't have Lausanne for them all.
Can I not?
Kiss Lausanne. Marry Lausanne.
I just wouldn't sleep with Lausanne because I respect her too much.
Will she sleep with Dave?
Yeah. Probably not.
No. In The Hobbit, that elf slept with a dwarf.
Nah.
They did. She
Nah,
fell
she
in
was
love
a
with
cat.
him.
He was in a like a cell, wasn't he?
Yeah, but she fell for him.
Fell for him.
So yeah, same for Dave. Leave Ryan and Dave off their own.
What is Dave Gimli with Galadriel?
The lock of your hair and my axe.
Well, I don't know. Lausanne.
For what?
For
All of them.
yeah, Snog.
So you'd kiss Lausanne?
Oh, I'd sleep with Lausanne. Sorry,
Right.
I forgot what the question was. Sleep.
Who'd you
marry,
kiss?
kiss.
He's got all flustered now, thinking of Lausanne.
Do you want to cold shout?
It's good that your missus ain't going to watch this episode, Dave.
I don't think many people are going to watch this episode.
I think they will. Both of our fans will. Shall we come back to you, Dan?
Yeah, come back.
Come on, Ryan.
I'm trying to think.
You're going to
of
sleep with Morgan.
Sleep with Morgan.
Give her the cold bone.
Give her the cold boner. I'm gonna kiss one of the Froglodytes because they look fun.
That's a
Oh, it's a
champion.
champion.
They look
Bend
fun.
Bend the question.
They look
Bend
fun.
it. They look fun.
They've got licky tongue as
Yeah,
ability.
yeah, why not? There we go. We'll go with the Froglodytes.
Oh,
They
it's
look
going
like,
to get dumb.
and I'm gonna marry Grimgut because
You're going to marry Grimgut?
because he looks like he can cook really well.
It looks like you can eat good.
Yeah.
He can eat, yeah, but you always six it up.
Yeah, well, I think
As long as it's not like a baby bird, you'll be alright.
I think that's good.
That was a good
he
question.
looks
Go
really
back to
homely.
Ryan. Move back to Dave.
Okay, so sleep with Lausanne. Marry Half Tusk.
Why?
Why?
Because he
It's
looks-
a boxing troll and it's...
he takes great responsibility over looking after the Froglodytes, so I think he's going to be a very caring,
What, you think he'll
attentive
look after...
partner.
Because he'll look after Ryan's bit of fluff.
So I'll marry Half Tusk.
So you want to see the video with the monkey with the frog?
I'll cheat. I'll go.
Cheat on him?
I'll get
I'll cheat
Naya.
on my
I'll
wife.
get Naya to cheat on Luke by kissing Naya.
You dwarves got to stick
Yeah,
together.
we've also got to stick together.
You dwarves have got some.
Okay. So, that was a really good question. So Dan also has asked, who from the Guild Ball universe could cross over to be a champion in the God Tier 1 and what would their followers be? I've got one.
Blackheart. And some pirates.
Cena.
To be
So,
fair,
yeah.
there are no pirates yet in
Yeah.
the God tier.
There you go,
Cena.
see.
I suppose the Red Bandits are the closest.
Take note, Steamforged.
Cena.
Yeah, Dave will buy some
I
pirates.
will buy some black
And
A giant
Pirate
black
Dave
hole
would probably
pirates.
buy some as well.
You what?
Pirate Dave would probably buy some
Yeah.
pirates as well.
That's 2 sales.
I'd
I'll keep the lights on.
I'd probably, well, surprisingly, I'd say Midas.
Yeah.
And I'd have the Saltlings, which could join.
Just lots of little baby riches.
What?
Come on, Rich, you're the biggest Saltling in relation to Midas.
I think Cena, Spirit Bear, and
Get out.
Listen,
No.
my Cena is painted Spirit Bear, so I'm going with it because it's my only
fantasy.
consideration. No, my consideration, and also bring in some kind of like tree spirit type followers.
Like a sprite.
Yeah, I think that would be an actual good one. No, okay.
I
Yeah,
like
we just want to avoid getting Spirit Bear anyway.
I like Midas and the Saltlings.
All Spirit Bear things.
Very for band.
God.
Midas and the Saltlings, yeah.
I actually liked it, and
I
mine
would
Spirit
like
Bear.
Azimuth. I think he would be a really cool.
Because he's like the biggest.
He's one of the
He's
big,
the
yeah.
biggest-
He's
the
one of the
biggest
biggest dudes in the
already.
in the place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And his
What his
followers would be.
I don't know whose followers it'd be, but I just
That's
really
the
like
question.
It's something
Boats.
sort
Little
of
boats.
Maori related.
Yeah,
He's got that kind of vibe, doesn't he?
he has got that kind of vibe. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Spirit animals.
Anything from
Why are you
Moana.
obsessed with spirit animals?
I just said it. He said the first time.
You're joining in.
Yeah.
I
Be
don't know.
little like elemental things, like a fire, water.
There is
whatever.
that, yeah.
If you had Azimuth, I think.
Hmm.
Literally going off Moana vibes.
Yeah.
But
And he
that-
needs a
that
hawk
is where it came
and a big
from.
crab.
Oh my god, yes!
Oh my
If he
god,
just has 3 big crabs as his
no,
minions.
just one huge crab. No, the big monster thing that look at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
The big flamey thing.
The flame elemental.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But then it's got a thing to turn into the goodie,
That'd be good.
the goodie lady.
Is there a,
So
is
what
there a
you can
supplementary question about what kind of champion they'd be?
No.
No. Do we want to put that
I
up?
think we should go with that. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
why not? Come
What's
on.
my
Then.
list of
Sorry.
Pokemon?
What's
Yeah,
my-
I was going to say, I think Azimuth would probably be a shaper.
Green,
Nah.
Yeah.
Green.
blue.
I would say.
No, I'd go shaper because basically.
If you are going with
Yeah,
Moana,
it's
as
a shape
vibe,
changer.
then
Shape
it's a
changer,
changer, yeah.
See, it all works.
I don't know what would Midas be? He's a bit janky
Bit of a
and
dick.
Maelstrom.
is that something?
Maelstrom, there's the soul links.
Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
did you say? I forget now.
Black
Blackheart.
Blackheart. Slayer.
Slayer.
Yeah. That means I'm left with Guardian for Cena, which could work.
Well, gone and Spook Bear and Sprite the Guardians of the Forest.
I can't believe how salty you're getting about that.
Why would you hate
Stupid
the Spirit
idea.
Bear? It's fine, not Spirit Bear, just Cena the big fucking bear.
Well,
Whoa!
Whoa!
One.
The big bear.
This is a
1
bit of an
point to Dippers!
NSFW.
Yeah.
I did say it was.
Wait,
it
this
was
might
out,
not,
yeah.
there might be a few swears.
There
on
might be. We're trying to keep on top of it, but you know.
Right.
If you keep
Funnily
Future
enough,
reform,
Dan,
isn't
Dan,
it?
Dan suggested
Yeah.
that salt had to be excluded from
Good.
being a
We
champion.
weren't going to pick him anyway.
It.
Her.
Pirate Salt.
Awkward.
Pirate Salt, we can get the pirate.
No.
No,
Sure.
no, no, no,
I don't like salt either, so don't.
Right, Marcus Race of Memphis 2-on-2. Ooh, biggest regret of the second year. And what?
Joining.
Funny enough,
Inviting
that's
you.
also
Sounds good. Like it.
Maybe buying that jumper.
mine. Oh, the
Potato sack!
What's wrong with the jumper?
It's the fact you've managed to turn your GG thing into some kind of school uniform.
It's a Pokemon trainer!
I just like wearing jumpers more than a hoodie with no zip on it.
To be fair, the jumper's on me. To be fair, but it's all they have.
Oh, sorry, in the kids section, they have sweatshirts. In the early years section,
I like it.
you can have a bib or a sweatshirt.
3 to 4 foot.
I like it, I don't care what you think.
Oh yeah, you do.
So, in actuality, what is
What's up?
your
The
biggest
second
regret?
year. I'm pretty proud
I don't know,
of our
because to
second
be fair,
year.
we sort of, like, nearing the end of the first year, we all sat down and kind of, we had like a
AGM.
quick AGM to sort of work out where we wanted to be in the second year. And apart from being a few subs short, I think we've ticked all the boxes because we wanted to be on 666, which is
we were on
which doubled what we got in our first year. So we're very nearly there. But other than that, I think we've ticked most of the boxes, haven't we?
One regret, I suppose. It's not even a regret. It's more that we're good at starting things. Like, for example, we started the Blackstone Fortress run through.
Yeah, that's a good shout, actually.
And like I think because timings, because Guild Ball and God Tier are our bread and butter, we made sure we get a video every week. If we miss a week or something, we feel like we're kind of letting people down to something, because with YouTube, it's all about consistency, keeping your videos ticking over. So it's maybe finding the time to do other things.
Properly,
Well, we keep talking about having a recording Saturday where we'll sort of bang out sort of like 4 videos for Guild Ball, and then that covers us for a month.
Yeah.
So then obviously we can do 4 videos, like one a week, across the month of other content. But it's trying to make, as we've explained tonight, it's hard enough to get all 4 of us in one room anyway.
And also, I feel like when you've sort of intimated that before, then a load of new Guild Ball stuff happens, and you're like, well, we can't stop doing it. We've got to keep up with it.
Because
So
we started doing like the Blackstone.
Look at it this way.
What else did we do? We were doing Keyforge as well.
We were doing Keyforge as well, but we were really bad at Keyforge.
And Keyforge guy.
All those sub card players just told us off about.
Yeah, they're like, you made this mistake at 7 minutes 32 seconds. Luke did this.
Never pick up cards again, you noob.
Yeah, to be fair.
No, but if you look at it, sort of, we've done quite well with the God Tier campaign so far. We've just finished round 2. So there's 2 more rounds left of that.
Yeah.
So we're very nearly there. But you watch, there'll be some sort of segue into it. There'll be some sort of errata before we finish this.
Maybe we assume.
We assume, yeah.
Well, we aren't going to sacrifice God Tier. It will be kind of.
Well, we've got 4 more. There should be 4 more episodes of God Tier.
Yeah.
Before the final. Well, that'll round it out, because.
But then we're going to let
2 games round 3.
Whoever's got the boy in the final round can have a game with their fully.
It depends, because it's going to work. We've kind of sort of like skipped ahead in
spoilers.
Spoilers. The next game is John versus Dippers and me versus Luke. So basically, whoever wins out of me versus Luke plays the loser of John versus Dippers, and then the loser of me and Luke gets the bye next round.
Yeah. And Richard's enjoying his team.
Team bonus.
Coming in hard.
So you're not exactly mad keen if you.
No, to be fair,
you're not as desperate.
I'm not as desperate. No, I'm not as desperate, because I've rolled quite poorly on my God Tiers at the end of the game.
Yeah. You got a 3 and a 2.
I had a 2 and then a 3, which makes a massive difference, because that means I've got 2 champions on 1. Which when I was against John, he had 1 on 2, which is a big difference, because having a slight stat change is different to having a whole new rule.
It's one of the things I debated. We're going to segue into talking about the God Tier campaigns, but I debated when I got rolled that 3 on the first game. I debated putting all of mine to level 1, and then didn't in the end, because I think you're probably better off doing 1 champion up to level 2.
I agree,
and then see what you roll.
So effectively, like I said, if I would have played,
I've got 2 level 2 champions.
Yeah, but this is the point, right?
I could have 2 level 2s.
But this is the point. At the state, in my first game against John, I had a little bit of an extra buff on 2 of my champions, but it didn't really match up to someone who could do something really special.
But his one wasn't that special.
No.
He never used it once.
Yeah, the double.
He could do Kasploosh twice.
No, I agree. No, I agree. But if you look at what Grimgut gets and things like that, hers is
3
activation Grimgut is massive,
and new spew is kind of brutal anyway. So
exactly.
For free.
So effectively, when
Rangosh had a really good time with that. I spent my entire game going, oh look, there's a little thing.
So when it comes to it, I did get 3 in the second round, so I can buff my champions a little bit more. So I might feel different after round 3, but I'm not massively keen on playing the 4th game if my champions are miles behind.
Yeah, so I've got 2 level 2 champions. So I've got Sneaky Pete at level 2, and I've also got Grimgut at level 2.
See, this is the point now.
So Sneaky Pete can double leap, and Grimgut can double spew.
Because going into mine, I've got 2 on level 1.
And you can put 1 up to level 2.
And I can put 1 up to level 2. So if you look at it, my champions are quite underpowered in comparison. But to be fair, Morrigan's second stage is quite tasty, so she'll probably get that. So you never know. But anyway, we've kind of skipped into that. So hopefully we can get the champions, we can get the league done, the campaign done before any erratas drop. Because you know what we're like. As soon as the errata drops, we're straight on with games.
Yeah, I think my biggest regret is I bought a camera, so we had two cameras, so we can do double recording and
the green screen.
And the green screen.
How did you get on?
Well, I tried to record some stuff, but I didn't quite master it. And now you've got my table that actually fits anything on it. I think the fact that we wanted to create a second space we could record in, and
We've
kind
got
of
two
increase the
spaces
content.
here.
But everyone's got to get over here. Whereas I could have done a different night or something. We could have increased our recording potential.
We did a Guild Ball game, didn't we? But it failed.
Yeah, it's quite ding. Ryan beat Dave.
Yeah, Ryan beat Dave.
The recording got lost.
Yeah. No. By the
failed
time
halfway through.
it failed, and then we played a different game. We played re-racked.
And we did record a game of Malifaux, but halfway through it kind of just evolved into the point where we just used it for testing.
So no, that yawn wasn't in the special. That was a general yawn.
Someone mentions.
I'm not talking.
No one's looking at me, so I'm going to do an over-the-top yawn.
I was trying to be quiet. I was trying to do a quiet yawn.
I was expecting to go.
So anyway, Dave.
No, I'm doing that.
We need Pornhub in the background.
Yeah.
There's the green screen.
Right.
There's the green screen.
I already know Rich's answer to this one. So Stephen.
What's your biggest regret, Rich? Sorry.
Oh.
No, I sort of did a bit at the start about what we've achieved and stuff like that. That I'm kind of happy with where we are.
Happy, yeah.
I think I don't know.
Can we talk about what I'm most proud of? Sorry.
No, hold on.
We can flip it. Do it afterwards.
What I regret the most is it's not channel related. I just wish I'd have gone to more events rather than running so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm most proud of the GSU Masters and for the
I'm very proud
and
of
for the
GSU
WTC fundraising that we did.
Yeah, we did a lot of good last year. So hopefully we can sort of
We've
repeat
already
that.
got GSU Masters 2020.
We have.
But yeah, that's probably what I'm most proud of, the GG Masters, that we kind of filled a bit of a steampunk-shaped hole in the community.
Yeah.
Like we answered the call, Gondor called and we answered.
To be honest, I like the fact that we did so well and people enjoyed it quite so much that we've sold like a third of the tickets already. And this is me and Luke talk about this all the time. Someone gave one of our tickets away as a Christmas present.
Yeah, someone.
and that just blows my mind.
So that was amazing. Thank you, whoever. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Merry Christmas to whoever's going.
Hopefully they didn't return it.
No returns.
We need no gift.
Oh god, that is trash again.
Right. So anyway,
I was going to say I'm most proud of a belt and a board.
You are
yeah.
The board.
Yeah.
The board, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like we get so many compliments about that board.
Yeah, I'm always chuffed every time I see a compliment.
It's the God. They were talking about Dave's God tier board he made for us.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the one that Tabletop Gaming made?
I put up and then I put a picture of the Secret Fantasy Brawl build that I'm building, and I was like, oh, I can't wait. It's not on this channel. It's on that channel.
So Dave's a bit of a boardsmith.
And that and the belt, yeah.
The belt.
I'm pleased with the belt design.
It's currently sat on Fraser's desk.
Although I'm improving my Inkscape skills, so I'm looking forward to 2020 belt.
We've got to talk to you about something Richard and I do.
We've had a good idea for the
Probably
belt.
not for the
Scrap the belt.
No.
If you're designing no more belts,
Get some break.
not a cummerbund.
What, for Ryan? Of course it.
That belt would be an uncomfortable cummerbund for anybody. Well, a ton.
I can't even pick it up, so it's too heavy for my little child arms.
On Borrow was supposed to steal things.
But they borrow, that's the point, they borrow things. That's their shtick. Right, Stephen Reynolds has asked, now all the new captains are out, who are you excited to try and who is most advantaged team-wise in the meta?
Is it the Alchemist? By any chance?
This feels like a HQI episode where the obvious answer flashes up behind us.
Rich, who's most advantaged? Now the captain's like, who's the most advantaged meta-wise?
I can't think of another answer.
No, Vet Boar, isn't it?
Vet Ball was.
Yeah, Vet Boar's horrible.
Oh, no, because Vet Ball got.
What about Corker?
No, I was going to say Corker.
What about the Miners?
The Miners aren't a new captain, though, are they?
And the Miners got nerfed. They're still messed up.
What about Union with Greed?
I think Vet Greed's still Vet Greed's super powerful.
More powerful than Soma?
No.
Well, I've only had one game with So. I have 100%.
Don't bring this up again. You're going to upset Dave again.
0% record.
I have 100% loss rate with Soma.
Oh, that game that you lost rather than I
I stand by that.
Now it was salty.
No,
Salt lick.
No, I said it afterwards, to be fair. It was a couple of faux pas.
Well, my brain just didn't work that day. It was bizarre.
What was it, a Monday? Was it a Monday or a Sunday?
No, I think it was a normal recording day.
I thought it was an odd day.
Oh yeah, it might have been a Sunday or something.
Yeah.
That was my excuse.
Yeah.
Can't play on Sundays. Brain just doesn't work.
Biblical, man. So now they're all out. See, my thing with the captains are the third captains are something we never asked for.
No.
And it kind of interrupted the whole minor guild release schedule.
It did, but that's been sketchy on its own anyway.
And that's my only
Wasn't there
thing.
supposed to be 1 a quarter, and now we're lucky to get 2 a year?
I think that's the only thing with it is the third captains. They're no one asked for them.
No.
It's like the meme where it's like literally no one, and everyone goes, "Ah, new captains!"
Yeah.
That's the only thing is, did it need them? Probably not.
Probably not.
And like there was real.
I don't know. Farmers needed an answer to Tough Hotted.
This is true, yeah. But like it was.
I
I think with each thing of releases, there's always like a balancing issue within the captain. Like Morn's had a complete rewatch,
and she's still okay.
I think the
Like,
problem is Scalpel's too good.
Yeah, and Scalpel and Obulus are just too good.
And then, so when they've come out, so Vet Ball was a problem initially. That
Corbelli was.
Then Corbelli was.
Yukai has generally been just solid.
Yukai's been solid.
I think generally that is the problem with the third captains is they've got to bring something different and not powerful enough. I don't want to say powerful enough, but
you've got to give them a reason to take them.
to make them worth taking.
Yeah.
So by their very nature, they kind of tip the balance.
Like Rivet, that's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only problematic part because you can only bring 2 captains. They have to be relevant, and by making them relevant, there's always that danger that they become too relevant.
It's a games company as well. You have to make stuff appealing.
That's the nature of it. You know,
sell toys.
We can kind of pretend otherwise, but the reality is, you know, they have to make money.
Stuff.
They have to stay in business, so they have to make stuff that people are willing to buy.
Yeah. Well, of the Wave 1 captains, it was only Yukai that hasn't been changed.
So it was Morn,
Vet Ball,
and
Yukai,
yeah.
and Steeljaw.
Steeljaw hasn't been changed.
Steeljaw hasn't. Oh yes, true. Yeah, Steeljaw's
but
Steeljaw's probably in the.
Probably going to be getting
She's
changed.
probably in the line of fire because she's very powerful. But yeah.
Then in the next. Then in the next wave there was Corbelli.
Corbelli has been changed.
Who else?
Corker, who hasn't been changed but needs to be desperately.
There was Corbelli, Corker.
Corbelli,
Rivet,
who has been changed.
Rivet, who has been changed, and
Culverin and Cutlass. Well, they were the first ones.
Yes. No, they came out with the
oh, they came out.
Was it just the 3? Was it Corker, Rivet,
Corbelli,
and Corbelli? Yeah, there's just the 3, weren't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And then that was a problem. Then Soma, Greed, and Festival have come out.
Yeah. I don't see Festival getting changed.
No.
I think Festival's in a good place. She was fun to use.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, she was great into the tough hole.
Well, we played like the antithesis of her, didn't we, really?
Yeah, exactly. But I
still think the reality is that Thresher dominates farmers.
Yeah. He does. He does, but Thresher
Thresher
doesn't like tough hard.
Thresher buffing coming, tough hard.
Tough hard.
But yeah, and then this latest thing, we've got Soma, who seems a problem piece.
Yeah.
Greed seems another problem piece.
Yeah. exactly. So they seem to be...
Personally, for me, the jury's still out. I've only played one game with Soma, so I'm not going to make any sweeping statements around it. I mean, the next season of the GG League, I'm taking Alchemists. No, I've got a plan.
Can you hear me? My eyes rolling from there.
Roll out of your head and onto the floor.
No, for the reason, because I don't see, at the moment, for my style of play, I don't know what I need to see what Soma's going to bring that Smoke isn't for me.
Okay.
Because of the way I play, at the moment, I'm very, very happy with Midas and Smoke.
Yeah.
But I think I need to actually put some games in with Soma to find out if there is a niche within it, because I still think for tournaments, I think in the mirror, Smoke is the correct drop in the mirror.
Yeah. Okay.
So being all meta about it, if you're likely to come across Alchemists, then the drop into Alchemist is Smoke.
Yeah.
The same way the only reason I take OCAT in my list is when you're against farmers.
Yeah.
So I take like models for specific matchups, and like you're likely to see farmers and you're likely to see alchemists. So.
Cool story, bro.
Oh, sorry, it's not a sitting chat.
No, it seems to be more of a sit and listen.
Right, we've had the obligatory 5 minutes in every video about alchemists.
Yeah, there we go. So let's move on. I just generally think that like the newer releases, they seem to be struggling because do we think Guild Ball has got to the point where it's just too broad to balance?
Maybe.
Yeah, it might be. That might be it.
Because by effectively doubling the number of teams, including the minors, you're never going to be able to fully balance players across the whole of the guilds. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of an odd one because if you look at it, minors came out, they were really, really good.
Drop season 1.
What, the teams from season 1?
Every model from season 1.
There's an interesting point about this. So they've had this conversation.
It's not become the legacy mod.
Yeah. They've had this conversation
for tournament
before
play, obviously.
About
have the tournament format.
Yeah, they've had this conversation before about the fact that they kind of wish that they'd said that from the very beginning.
Yeah.
For Guild Ball because they could have done it, but they very explicitly done it for God.
They have, yeah.
For that reason, so they can cycle people and cycle them out when they become a problem. They can
when
just
I got
pull them out of the
into
list.
Guild Ball, my assumption was that if you had a season 1 game, it was you take only season 1 players and that's it. And with the union to make it a little bit flexible.
Yeah.
And then if you're playing a season 2 game, it was only the season 2 and that was it.
It is the difficulty of people paying money for models that are then told they can't use those models.
You can't tell them you can't use the toys.
And I think that's one of the reasons why they've struggled with it with Guild Ball, because of the fact that they didn't kind of expressly start out with that position, whereas they've been very clear about God tier, this is going to happen. And I think they've done that deliberately so that they can cycle them out without people getting upset about it.
Would you guys mind if you went to a tournament and you were told you can no longer use these 6 models?
What, within my guild?
Yeah, and there was a new 6. And there was a new 6.
Oh.
But if you've learned to play like this, like you learn your guild. People choose a guild because they have like an affinity to that guild.
Yeah.
If someone said to you, "Sorry, Dave, Black Art,
you can't be a pirate anymore."
Union have all gone.
Union have all gone. Sorry, don't worry, we've got this new guild for you to use. You'd be like, "Nah, mate."
Yeah.
I'd say no. If they went, "Sorry, Luke. Yeah, I know you've got a commission painted team. You can't use them in tournaments anymore."
True.
And that's always going to be the challenge. But they've started with God tier with that very much in the forefront of it is going to happen.
Yeah.
And so people, can't be surprised by it when it actually does happen.
No, that's fair.
And also they've given you avenues when we play in the campaign and all loving the campaign.
I love the campaign so much.
It's only going to be competitive play where they cycle those champions out. So there's going to be ways of playing without it. Whereas I think Guild Ball is much more. It is much more kind of competitive focused, really. I struggle to have a friendly game of Guild Ball.
You can't play Guild
I
Ball.
think
no.
Yeah, it just comes down to how the games are built, to be fair, because Guild Ball's all about precision, whereas God tier, with it being hexes, it's
more beer and pretzels.
It's more beer and pretzels, plus look how swingy the dice rolls can be.
I've always said there's certain games when you're playing them that you can feel the narrative. A champion doing something in God tier, you can kind of imagine it in your head about how that goes, and so you can enjoy the game for a result that happens in it rather than who wins and loses. And it's the same. I've had this conversation with you about Malifaux. There's moments in that where you think, oh yeah, it just feels really fun, whereas I don't really feel the same way.
Guild Ball is a mechanical game.
Yeah.
It's just
and that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
So I don't want, wouldn't want that to change, but by its very nature, I think it's much more of a you are playing with one objective, and there isn't a great deal of theme. I suppose there is a level of it.
When you do some cool janky goals.
Or
Our game at the Masters, Rich, with Order versus Blacksmith.
Yeah,
there were some moments there.
I had a game where Mist took out Boiler because I just tooled him up. Well, put Butchery on and then managed to get a couple of hits. That was a long time ago, season 2. But yeah, so it was kind of. It was just a bit of a fun moment. It was unexpected. So you can get those kind of things, but they're a bit rarer.
Yeah.
And I tend to find any game of Guild Ball that I play that isn't a tournament game, I tend to feel is tournament practice.
Yeah. It's a very skill-based game as well. I feel like you don't need loads of skill to win at God tier necessarily, but if you're not practiced or skilled at Guild Ball, you'll probably struggle to win a game.
Yeah. That's fair.
Okay. Cool.
I can't remember what the original question was.
Well,
so
Jack Parr's asked, if we create a poll and the amazing community vote on it, would Rich be willing to get his Elks badge this year?
So does that?
I can answer that one.
So no, hold on. There's 2 different ways this can go. Does that mean get the Alks badge as in play a game with Alks? Or does that mean get an Alks badge where I have to play so many games of Alks in a year to get the badge on
I think it's 50
Longshanks?
to get the badge on Longshanks.
Yeah, I'm not playing 50 games of Alchemist.
Maybe take him to a tournament?
Yeah, alright. I need the easy win.
As long as we all go as well, because I can rag him about being meta the entire time.
It's meta rich.
It's meta rich.
The only downside is if you don't win with them.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there's that.
For life,
Then
I don't know how,
but then
I think I'd have to lobotomise myself.
Oh, are you familiar with the phrase "pride before fall"?
Someone's going in the bar.
You guys tell the story now.
Everyone knows the story of
I can
that.
tell it again. It's a great story.
Luke will enjoy telling the story.
No,
I don't think
listen.
the general public knows that story. Just the local community.
The Yorkshire Puddings have been telling
So
me.
the Yorkshire Puddings had an event at Leodis.
Before you try and put velocity in the box, make sure you read the rule.
Make sure you've propped reanimated. Because that's what I did.
You were very clear.
I was very
So you're not getting me with that gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway,
And then you did your little dance.
I did my.
I wish I'd been there.
Honestly, it was amazing. And then Bryce walked by and went,
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, that was it. Rookie mistake. So he walked by and went, rookie mistake.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, you'll never do it again.
I haven't since.
Nope, and you never will.
This is it. Right, so
you'd be willing to do it.
yeah, I'd play a game with Alchemists.
Okay.
The tournament.
I'd play a tournament with game with
So to
Alchemists.
follow up, he said equally if there was a guild Luke does not particularly like, we will create a poll for him too.
Is there a guild you don't really like?
Miners. I hate miners.
But you enjoy playing them though? No?
No.
Oh, sorry. What?
You've played
Do you not know Luke?
Yeah, I haven't seen you express massive hatred towards them. You say they're broken, but
Have you?
I have been blind, obviously.
Where have you been?
I don't know. I didn't think you were that hateful towards them. You were playing them in the
Yes.
league.
Yeah.
Was that like
I
a
hate
campaign
them.
to get them
I hate
torn
them.
down?
I hate them with a passion. So it's literally the whole game. When I'm playing them, I'm winning, but so saltily.
That is a humble brag.
No, when I'm winning saltily. Like when I was playing people, I was going, oh well, I'm just going to do that, and I'm just going to push you off the pitch with that roll of dice because that's fine, and you're dead there. Then I'm going to go and jump over that person, then do. Oh, I've got 3-8 kick, and I'll kick that in there. So that's a 6 VP spade activation, which was fine with 4 influence. So yeah, I was moaning quite a lot.
Apart from miners.
What?
Apart from miners, who else do you not really like?
I don't know, because he used to hate Masons because he thought they were boring, but then he played them in one game and really enjoyed them.
I really enjoyed Honor.
Exactly.
There aren't many that I hate. I wasn't that keen on the sculpts for the engineers. So
Yeah.
I like the aesthetic, but the sculpts themselves kind of just switch me off. But I'd kind of be hard pushed to find a guild that I really hated.
Rage Union.
I don't hate Rage Union. I just really like Blackheart. So I kind of just struggle to
I
pick.
don't know what team would I probably dislike taking to a tournament. Obviously, apart from miners.
I don't know, I can't think of a guild that I've used that I've really hated using. because we've played so many games for the channel now.
I've completed Guild Ball. I played every guild.
Exactly. I think I'm only short alchemists now.
There's another one and all. I think.
Was there?
You play Falconers?
No. No, I haven't. So yeah, alchemists and falconers are the two that I'm missing.
And you played Rats.
I played rats. Yeah.
Like Stigma team. You hate
I hate rats.
Oh, there you go then.
No, I'd take them to an event, but I wouldn't do very well because they're quite difficult. They're one of them that you really need to click with before you really.
Well, I got spanked at events before I got good with them.
Yeah.
Ryan, anyone you hate as a guild?
Masons, but I think it's mostly the aesthetic more than playstyle. To be fair, like seeing them since they changed most recently, they actually look quite fun, and I had
a really good time playing Iron Mason.
It's a weird thing about how you come around to guilds as well, because when I started in season 1, and I went to a local gaming store, and they just had all the little starter boxes in, and I was intrigued by the models, and then I kind of met Mark and ended up settling on Fish because I like the models for Fish, and then I was rubbish with them, which is why I ended up buying some Union models to go with it, and then the rest of it is history. But I didn't like Brewers and I didn't like Engineers, and yet last year I ended up playing Brewers on channel and really enjoyed them, and then took them to Vengeance and really enjoyed them as well. So it is kind of they can grow. I
think the way that I don't think there's any like bad guilds at the moment.
No. I think aesthetically, I'm not really as keen on Morts or Engineers, but that's more of a look at the models. But I like the new resin Engineers.
Yeah.
New pin voice. Right.
I've got Zach's painted me up a nice commission painted Engineers team, so that will be going to Vengeance.
And annoyingly, I'm
going to take Engineers to Vengeance.
I ordered the Miners Guild prior to my found hatred of them. So I've currently got a Miners Guild getting commission painted.
Well, hopefully,
by Zach, the guy.
Zach.
Who knows, maybe they will be toned down enough
yes.
that you'll enjoy
it. See, this dawned on me, right? If anyone has seen Zach's painting, I've never seen anyone paint faces quite like
They're
Zach.
amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do I have done? A team of wooden people.
I don't know, you've got Ratchet and Ballista and Salvo, you've got a few.
True, but it did tickle me.
Well, hopefully he's really good at painting wood as well.
That's quite fun.
Right,
it did tickle me.
Right, okay, this is a controversial one, we can't fall out. Pete O'Sullivan has said, how would you rank the GG members with skill?
Me at the bottom. Easy. Get that out of the
In
way.
your power bomb.
No.
Oh,
You guys.
Why are you looking at me?
Definitely silence.
Oh, Rich dribbled down himself. that was very skillful of you, Rich. Go on, Brian, who rank
I
him?
think Luke is the best player.
We haven't seen him play a bad guild though, he keeps playing the meta
Well,
guild.
he just
might be
hours and hours.
Mind that. I've only beaten you one time when I played Miners.
Yes, when I taught you how to play them.
When you showed me how to play them. I would say that Rich and Dave are probably somewhere tied together now.
They're tied together.
Right, together.
Yeah.
Only on a weekend. Only on a weekend.
Yeah,
competitively.
If you look at tournament records, I think me and Luke we've both won an event. So that's tied. We've both.
Only one of you have won their own event though.
That's true. That's true. And the thing is, I used to, there was a long running joke locally that I was always bridesmaid. I was always the bridesmaid. So I've got so many silver silver patches and silver certificates, but they're all from like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Because I'm generally events. Do you know what I mean? But then I finished higher than Luke in one Vengeance. Luke's finished higher than me in another Vengeance. So as tournament records go, it's fine. It's a bit of a difficult one to be honest because we're all so used to playing against each other. It's hard to really measure it. But if you look at tournament performance, me and Luke are very close together. Do you know what I mean?
To be fair, we were both fairly close together when I was playing full on competitively.
Yeah. This is what I'm getting at. But it's difficult now because we generally just play for channel now, which is using guilds that we don't we don't know how to play.
I'm probably the one who mainly goes to tournaments now. But
because you're just so meta.
Because I like playing in tournaments.
Yeah.
That's not.
No, I like playing in tournaments.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, families get in the way.
Like I enjoy going to tournaments and doing it, so I go down to like the Hammer ones.
I think the issue that I've had recently is that I can't find a guild I want to get good with at events.
Yeah.
So I'm generally just not practicing with a guild because I'm getting bored of each guild as I go around it.
Yeah.
I like more. I mean, I'm still kind of enjoying, but it's like a fruitless sort of slog until you get really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that one game with Engineers, so like I said, we'll pick them up and take them to Vengeance and see how I get on.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not really massively fussed about playing one guild to get competitively good with it. I'm more just sort of, I enjoy playing with my mates.
I've quite enjoyed the opportunities that the channel's given me to pick up a guild I've probably never used before, and just have a look through them and just think, I quite like how those two models might interact together or how this team might play. So it's like, I suppose it's the weird things like Hunters are a good team, but I really like Zerola and Fahad just because of the stuff they can do together. Yeah. And I think any good Hunters player would say that Zerola probably isn't that good, but I think she's great because I really enjoy using her.
Yeah.
And so I probably maybe see things or use things that other people don't use in those guilds, and probably not that well, but I quite enjoy that you can just pick up a guild and do something different with them potentially. But I think back in the day when we were all playing a lot of tournaments, it probably was Luke, me and Rich. No, I'm sorry, Roy.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I think now I'm just not keeping my eye in enough to be competitive.
Yeah. Well, this was it. It's sort of like, what is it? Sort of 2.5 years ago when Smiths came out. I got invited to the Thingy Masters, the UK Masters event run by in Element. But that's because I was 15th in the country at that point. Do you know what I mean? But you've really got to put effort in.
To be fair, I got invited to that and I was 50.
Yeah, this is it. This is where I'm coming from. But the point being is you've really got to put effort to keep your score high. Your general good players and the people who rank high in the country go to events most weekends. And I just can't commit to that.
Well, that's the reality for me as well, is that, I don't want to say you grow up because that's insulting to people.
Well, you're quite short.
But, priorities change. I'm turning 40 this year, so priorities change as you get older.
You're already 40?
No, not quite.
No, you look it.
It's just the grey beard, yeah. It's the... but yeah, so it's kind of, it's you have to focus on other things.
Yeah, exactly. This is
certain things step away. But I still enjoy going to events. And in a way, I quite enjoy going to events because the pressure's off. You're not really bothered about how well you do. You just want to kind of have a good time.
Well, this was
Vengeance. I'm more looking forward to the evening in Vengeance. Yeah. Or the evenings of
Shot
Vengeance.
Ball.
The game that we played, the 3v3.
Yeah.
That was
a good one.
Against the Yorkshire Puddings and the Intolerance.
No, there was only half of the Yorkshire Puddings because the other one was on the phone to his mum.
Yeah, Adam was showing
off. You got called out by his mum. Adam, stop acting up to your mates. Oh, I'm sorry, mum.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope I don't put Michael or Mickle Woodski.
Yeah.
What was your favourite goodie bag item from tournaments in 2019?
Like, some Misc tournament gave away metal and metal coins.
Right, so you're going straight in with, you're going straight in with sucking yourself off.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed from the London Masters the cool widgets that you got with those with the ball scatters, and because they were really nice, like the white with the black writing on the white acrylic. It looked really nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
I can't think. I didn't go to many tournaments other than
not even ours.
You kept organising on days where I was working.
You work 5
You wanted to have played anyway.
I worked 3 out of 7. So I think. I suppose I got a lovely golden spoon from. Icarus. That, to be fair, that was a raffle rather than a good.
No, that was last place. That's why we gave Nicholas away at last place at Masters. Homage today.
So I spooned for the first time.
Pete, a funny story. I'm so upset that you couldn't come to Masters because Pete Sullivan had sent me a photo of you with the spoon, and I was going to Moonpig it and get it made onto a mug for last place. But you weren't there, so I thought that could have constituted bullying.
I wouldn't mind it, but yeah. I want to see that picture though.
Oh, I'll find it.
It's probably on the internet somewhere. I'm sure he put it up somewhere.
Pornhub. Little man gets rinsed by
Little
Thomas.
man gets smashed by 4 people in a row.
He got screwed. No, he got screwed by the
I
boy.
got screwed by the boy. I thought I've won a game, I'm
He
safe.
won a game because the boy had a better strength of schedule. He came above someone who lost all the games. So he won 1, lost 2, and someone who got a boy and lost the other 2 came above him.
It's life.
Oh. Ryan, did you get anything good from any tournaments?
I can't remember. I don't. Obviously not.
Wow!
I don't know.
So Ryan attended a Hemel tournament.
The
Made a girl cry.
disrespect.
That wasn't last year. That was the year before.
Oh, was it? Sorry.
I think. I don't know. I genuinely can't remember. I think I got a few different cool dice. Quite like getting dice.
Dice are a cool giveaway.
I was going to say that dice would be, if I was talking about of all time, then a lot of the dice that I've got from tournaments would be the thing. Because it's quite nice, it's like little mementos and memories, and it's
true.
Triggers that remembering that event that you went to and hopefully enjoy.
Nice. I'm skimming through more questions.
What's your favourite Guild Ball mini sculpt, and what's your favourite Guild Ball mini to play?
I love limited edition Horizon.
To play.
To be fair, with the new plot card, I really like using with that.
Oh,
new
there
plot
was a discussion in Discord earlier about saying Horizon would come put me back in. Yours upstairs.
Sorry, Karen. Discord.
Yeah, the thing with people are talking about how amazing Horizon is with the come back in there thing. It was all on Discord earlier.
Yeah, so you can come back anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my point. I did it in a video, and loads of people are talking about it now. Because it was good tech at the time, wasn't it? Got me a goal. Tech person.
What's my favourite sculpt? So, who's your favourite model to play, Rich?
To be fair, since playing Morts, I've really enjoyed Scalpel.
Yeah.
It used to be Flint because I love good strikers. Flint was one of the models that got me into Masons at the start. But other than that, yeah, I like Scalpel. I've really enjoyed it at the minute, and we'll see who I like when I move into Engineers.
So, my favourite sculpt is a toss-up between the new Pin Vice and
new
Vitriol.
New Vitriol.
I'd be quite like New Vitriol.
The new Vitriol.
Das.
My favourite
pose.
My favourite model to play. Which one do I enjoy? Oh, there's some. Well, I play it. I was like, I enjoyed using that, like an activation.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy Piper. I really enjoy using Piper actually, because every activation you don't know what to expect from him, and he can do like a multitude.
Yeah, he can do a lot of things.
But then also I've always enjoyed. I enjoy using Midas just with the sheer amount of janking around, doing all of his like conditions and everything like that. Because you're like, what's his goal threat? Yes. What's his threat? Yes. He has a goal threat. And you're like, okay, and he can just do not anything, but
he can do anything.
It's
can't kill people. It's twos on four.
Surprising on mine, to be fair, as well, because it's a similar thing. Yeah, Blackheart, because of exactly the same thing. You know, it's like, you know, he moves all the way across the board, and then oh right, I'm going to move him now. I'll take his advance now. So he just dances around, does lovely stuff.
Yeah.
Or Piper, because I really enjoy playing rats. And if
with your fangtooth push, people still talk about
that was pretty special.
I did enjoy that, to be fair, and that's it.
And now
that kind of
fangtooth
inexorable move to the edge of the pitch.
It was like 13 inches or something.
It was just silly. Like,
I was like, yeah, Brisket, am I coming to you complete? You can come to me. Okay, I'm going to go and back fangtooth. Yeah, I quite enjoyed that. So that's the kind of stuff you think you can pull off. And sculpt-wise, I really like Edge. I think that's a really nice sculpt. Really nice sculpt. And it is the new resins, and the new resins are nice, although I have managed to break a sword, which I've got to re-glue.
Oops.
But yeah, I think that was just a really nice model to put together, and I really enjoyed painting her as well. Yeah, so I'm going with that.
Cool.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know actually.
Salvo. It's not like you've had a lot of time. Salvo's good to you.
Salvo is my favourite player.
Yeah?
Nothing coming.
Yeah, probably. But I think he makes every single Engineers.
And minus 6.
He makes every single one.
Every game that he is playable, he should be in the team.
Yes.
I take him every time.
Agree.
He's just good.
He's so flexible now.
That's the thing. It's the goal angles from Midas. Blackheart, okay, maybe less football-y, but the distance that he can go.
Yeah.
the same as Salvo. You can just go far and you can get the ball from far away.
Yeah.
You just use
I think most people, the fun models to use are the captain models generally because you can bang a big stack on them.
I think this is always the thing. Is the nature of it is you always get more out of a captain. So I think the captains are always going to be the more enjoyable models to use. So it's nice to see someone picking it.
I think that's why Pinvice is so sad, because you can put a full stack on her and she doesn't achieve a great deal.
I haven't finished watching your game, but it's really funny when you legendary turn one and then don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do now.
This is how.
Yeah, exactly. I've moved everyone forward. Cool.
That's made me laugh.
This is how I learned to play Guild Ball with Baby John, was me playing Pinvice Engineers. Every turn one, I would have Pinvice stood round their goal somewhere, having missed the goal, having done not much else, and then she proceeds to die.
And get put in the box?
Well, I don't
know.
No,
that's the joke.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, that was my intro to Guild Ball, was how to play Pinvice badly, and that...
And you still are to this day.
I don't play her anymore. But I'd like to go back to Pinvice as back to where I learnt to play the game, but I still think...
I did that, because they say I played Fish really badly when I first started, and then I went back to Fish and actually really enjoyed them, and quite enjoyed playing Shark.
Yeah. I think I just want a different guild, but I don't know who to play. I don't want to play Engineers anymore, or Miners. I'm kind of bored of them, but I don't know what to play instead.
You switch up and go beaty, don't you? Because you've got a lot of kind of goal.
No,
you're goal
You just move there.
Yeah. I tried to play Hunters, and I think I either gave up too easily or they were just too...
I haven't played them well yet because I've lost the loot twice, but I've enjoyed playing them, and I enjoyed the kind of combos and stuff. They're quite a combo-y team.
I want to play
They rely on their
but
synergies.
You still waiting for yours to deliver.
Still waiting for my steel jaw.
Borrow my steel jaw.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, maybe I'll do some Hunters for this
You
year.
taking Hunters to Vengeance?
No, literally
Hunter buddy.
Oh,
I think I'm probably taking that.
Oh, you
Yeah.
You've only got 6 painted. You'll maybe have 7 done by Vengeance.
I need 6.
Is this Hunters or Union?
Both. It's just easy that way. I did the same thing with Brewers. I pretty much played the same 6 Brewers.
One bottle, have it.
Find something that works. Find something that works. I know what I'm doing here.
Oh.
I mix it up by adding somebody else in. That gets confusing.
Stephen Reynolds has asked quite a good one. This is one that we talk about quite a lot, Rich. Snake draft team, best snake draft team. So no, Corker was captain, 100%.
We made a really good one, didn't we?
No, Steve Cole has completed it with it. His ground pound team.
Yeah.
It was Hoist, Veteran Fangtooth, Vet Cat, and Minx, I think.
Yeah.
And then Corker and Quaff. So you can beer token, and you could when the beer tokens go, you can do like 6 ground pounds a turn. And then also, Minx can chuck out mark target, so you can do mark target, axe throw to snare people, and then just go ground pound.
Yeah, I think the players that are restricted to 3 influence are for a reason, aren't they? And then the fact that you can push them beyond it.
What do you think to Vet Greed with Vet Chisel?
Ooh.
Have a full activation. Cool. Have another stack.
That is. Yeah.
Let's see you go again.
That's the thing. That doesn't make it worthwhile. That is definitely what would make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've struggled with. I know I'm sure it is. Amazing.
That would be amazing.
I kind of just think it's a bit limiting.
Quaff to give him +1 tack.
Yeah. Why is Quaff so good as a mascot?
Because
is he the mascot?
No, because look at it this way, right? So Quaff goes, gives him +1 tack, gives him second wind. Cool. You've charged it and had your first activation. Vet Chisel fills you up again. Off you go. You're already unengaged before you go back in.
I suppose my point would be Quaff's a really good mascot because you can give one person +1 tack. But if you're a Brewers team that wants to scrum up and can boost movement, then I would say that Strongbox is a better mascot for them. Confidence for rerolls on Brewers with a short playbook.
I think you're underestimating how amazing second wind is.
Well, it's great.
That is key for the decimate taxi.
Yeah. This is it.
Well, Decimate can kind of do it herself when she's got 6
influence.
6 influence because she just puts her heroic up and can move 12 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't. It's a really interesting.
I know you can't have quaff with Vet Greed because he counts as a mascot.
Yeah.
But still, the point being, someone else who gives out second wind, and off you go.
I think a strong contender always for the captain is Ox.
Yeah.
Because the owner is just phenomenal.
And he's legendary.
Yeah. So would you have like maybe Ox and just look at all the the top beat down players?
So I think you've definitely
Ox and a group of farmers.
I was going to say you want Ox and maybe Windle.
Windle, Cat.
Struggles with that sower, isn't it? Planter. So you need to have a planter in there. But
Millstone to take conditions.
Yeah.
Plowman.
Well, or maybe just take a load of apprentices because they've all got high damage.
Yeah, but they don't bring any
Sledge.
adventure.
No, but then if you've
Sledge
got
and beer
Corker, you
tokens.
care. If you've got Corker, you care.
No, it's Ox. It's Ox for the
Oh, sorry.
To be fair though, Corker with a group of apprentices, you're laughing.
Oh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pile driver and hit you, and then I'm gonna spend my first influence.
Yeah, exactly.
Make Sledge great again. Taking beer tokens.
Give him a longer handle. Again.
Oh, it's so funny at Leodis when I found that LARP hammer. So when we were playing at Leodis, there was this LARP big hammer. I went, "Hey Rich, I found Sledge's old hammer." Because it had this big handle of.
Yeah, I reckon they'll get touched in the next errata. Because no one's playing blacksmiths at the minute.
The bad, right? The bad.
They're not good.
I quite enjoy playing them.
I
played against them with miners, and the miners just
Didn't you get cast boxed into?
you box cast into them.
Or your own players.
Yeah.
I had quite a good time with them
This is fun.
when I played them a tiny bit. But
they're enjoyable, but they're just.
And I can't understand
They're not great at the minute.
The new pair as well. Just
Cutlass and Culver.
Yeah.
Take them into Alps.
You take them into Alps and condition teams, and you kind of like, yeah, cool. Let's see you go.
Apart from that, I don't know. I haven't played with them, and I've not really been that exposed to it. But I just don't see what else they do apart from that. I feel like you're losing a third of your team just for
range knockdown and range damage.
And putting out rough ground.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I say,
and gold
and gold defence. And I spy, do they have?
Yeah, they got I spy as well. Yeah.
So a range singled out, a range knockdown.
Yeah, and range damage. And Cutlass can do damage in combat as well. If you get a reach, you'll do damage because she's an apprentice. I don't know.
She's got 5 at the top of her book, hasn't she?
Yeah, this will get so.
Apart from that, what's
so apart from being a great pair, cracking pair.
There are good pairs already out there. In theory, it's kind of. I know Sledge isn't quite as good anymore. But
he's still.
Cinder and
he's still all right.
Furnace are kind of.
Burnish.
Ferrite's useless. Ferrite. Yeah. So anyway, what was the question?
Snake draft. So yes.
I don't know, because I've never really thought about alternate formats.
Oh, we always
we always
talk about crap like this all the time.
Yeah, we do.
So I don't really know what my
so within it, you'd want Ox for the owner, and you need tooled up.
We should figure out
That
two best snake draft teams and then have a game.
Oh.
That could be a thing.
That is the thing.
Right.
Birthday special.
Next one from Michael Rudsky again. Sorry. Looking at the mascots in the guild, which ones feel like they need a rework or a buff? What do you propose to add to the card?
Scum and Salt.
Salt can stay where he is.
Yeah.
Salt can have stuff taken off the card.
No, but the thing is, right, again, I'm not one of these, like, I love Salt, right? But I think...
What? That surprises me, Rich.
But I think it's one of those situations where Tentacles is as good as a player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Want to take a 2-inch close control?
2-inch close control, tackle on one with blind. What more do you want from a mascot?
Well, that mascot is probably better than him.
Yeah. But then obviously, you're considering things like Buckwheat's really good. Peck is fantastic into alchemists, but not really great into anybody else.
I don't know.
Anything that can remove knockdowns.
Rat catchers.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you, but. Unless like teams are putting out conditions, Peck's just kind of like one influence. Sorry. But again, Buckwheat, adding a free 4-inch push and a knockdown.
What? A knockdown 4-inch push on one success.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the only
with an 8-inch kick.
Truffles is, I think, probably the only card in the game that has got 0 on the front of its card. It's literally a blank box.
Yes, I'm with you.
It's got stuff on the back.
Yeah. What about?
See, I think Truffles.
And Truffles loses out to Princess because people like Boiler. Boiler's useful. And she
Truffles.
Stuffs him.
I think Truffles was one of them players that really suffered from the clean-up between the seasons.
Yeah.
You know, where they took a load of rules off that people generally tend to forget about.
Yeah.
I think Truffles lost a lot in that instance because didn't Truffles have Hog Wild?
Yeah. Yeah, when he got hit, did a jog or whatever. Yeah.
Basically, Truffles is a one influence charge that you're looking to maybe wrap a few times or wrap. Or
just get the knockout
under the owner or whatever. Yeah.
So
I don't think anyone.
Whereas Princess is far superior.
Yeah. So Scum, you never see Scum.
No, you don't.
Even with Flea, you never see Scum.
Oh, Scum's got nothing on the front actually as well.
Yeah.
So Scum's another one. So it's another mascot with no character plays.
Yeah.
Scum, how would you make? I think the problem is.
I hadn't even looked at Scum's card. That's how I didn't even realise it didn't have
the problem with the mascots that are less used, it's not so much they're bad.
It's the other one is too good.
Like, why would you take Scum in a world of Quaff?
Yes, exactly.
Why would you take
Salt when you've got mainspring or Salt when you've got tentacles?
Typical.
It's because you're right, because the other one does too much.
Yeah.
I think the only one that comes close is Marbles and Wrecker. Both of them have a job.
They're both really good mascots.
I think Marbles is edgy at the moment.
I told you when it came out.
Well, no, what I'm getting at is until the change to countercharge, everyone took Wrecker.
Yeah.
Because 2-inch pushes on everybody is really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, with countercharge, not relying on Brick anymore. But then again, Brick's really good. You don't know. No, the thing is, I say really good. He's
amazing.
He's flexible. He's got a bit more of a job.
Stand him in cover with the ball. Come and get it off him.
Yeah, this is a
2-3 in cover.
with gravity well.
And he's got a knockdown on 1 with a triple push on 2.
Yes, and he can give free counter attacks.
Fulcrum, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely good now. I'm not saying he isn't. So, Hunters, do you see both captains? Both mascots, sorry.
I think you do. Snow's really, really good.
Snow is an old switch up, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, I mean, I don't know. I like Fahad, but if you asked a load of Hunters,
loads take Fahad because it's a good ball holder. You just
ball holder, free charge.
Sticks over the free charge. It can do stuff without influence. Yeah.
You see both Mort's mascots.
Yeah. Miners have got a busted mascot. Shock.
There's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alk's got 2 very good mascots.
2 good mascots. Union, do you see a lot of Coin?
Yeah.
Do you?
Coin's the pick. I think I'm probably the only person that actually uses Strongbox, so buff Strongbox.
They put you on it essentially. You made it a captain. Where's your
I like top hats.
Yeah.
I really like Strongbox, but I think I might be in the minority. A lot of people think he's too slow. Whereas with Blackheart, it doesn't really matter. And I like him turn 1. So
Strongbox is amazing. With his change to the aura, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Feet not me and all.
So I think he's great, but you tend to find a lot of people that put up their 12s for Union tend to be solo mascot and Coin.
Really?
And I don't like it because it's an activation order thing for me.
Yeah.
There's times where you don't want to activate a mascot until late on, and then by that point he can put a bag of coppers on himself and go and hit somebody, and that's about it really. So I tend to find I just don't like him. And then season 1 obviously I used him exclusively. Season 2 I used him exclusively as well, pretty much.
Yeah.
But since he lost his 2-inch melee, I moved. I think you got it back now. Is he still 1 inch?
No, I think it's 2 again.
He's about 2 again. Yeah, so it might be a reason to pick him because you can have a 2-inch team.
Yeah.
A full 2-inch team.
But it's 2-inch. Yeah.
Yeah. So he went down to 1 inch, and I was going to stop playing him and start using Strongbox. And now I just think I like the utility of Strongbox over Coin, but a lot of other people
because you're right. Strongbox gives you something for nothing.
Something for nothing. That's what I want from a mascot.
And that's the best mascot.
I want that influence to either go on into confidence or it's somebody else's.
Yeah.
Who can do more with it. And so I mean that's the same reason with Quaff. Even to some extent,
Flask with Beekeeper.
Yeah, Flask with Beekeeper.
You have to pay for Beekeeper, don't you? Is it heroic?
No, is it a heroic?
No.
It's just the one for.
Of course, it isn't a heroic.
No, of course you're not going to pay for a free character play.
Wouldn't be free then, would it?
Exactly.
Exactly.
He's right, shouldn't
he? No, the free one that he's giving.
No.
You could end up paying one for a 2.
For
Oh no, it's only
both
a
got
cost
stuff
of
that
the
they
2.
do.
So you can't ground pound off a beefcube.
Oh no.
Buff cat.
But yeah, so Fahad and Snow.
Yeah.
What about Mother?
Mother's got the massive kick. Oh no, she can just retrieve.
She can just retrieve
anyway,
balls.
yeah.
The thing is,
Mother
Mother
died,
was
though.
too good.
Yeah, Mother died when Hoist went away.
Mother died when they realised how broken she was.
Yeah, leaving a nest next to the goal.
Go, you scored a goal. Mother will go, bring, take the ball. And
Yeah. Oh look, the ball's now at the other end within 4 of your goal. You could have some crazy goal runs with Mother. I really enjoyed it, but she was too good.
Right. I'll put the name person. Derek Skis.
Yep.
If you could only take 6 players to a tournament, or 5 if you've got greed, who would they be?
I played the joke on this.
Yeah, Dave sorted.
Dave literally
has
has his 6.
I've got my tournament 6
as well.
You what?
I've got my 6 with as well, with Rivet.
To be fair, with Rivet, you don't need to take another captain.
Yeah.
You just take Mainspring,
Rivet, Mainspring,
Salvo, Vet Velocity.
Vet Velocity, Spade, and. I said
Don't
that
say
already.
Colossus or
No.
Great.
I played one really
Not
good
that we-
tournament with Colossus.
Yeah, but then remember when you played me?
Yeah, I pushed Vet Ball off the pitch in that game using Colossus and regular Velocity. I was like, oh,
It's
this is
just
so
how
good, this is so
telegraphed
good.
it is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it.
You can only do it because
See,
you were
I
near,
was looking at a
near
few.
the bottom tables, weren't you?
Yeah.
I had real fun doing it, and then when
Like you tried it against me, you're like, oh, gonna put overclocked on thing. I was like, okay. So what's the threat of that? Just move it just down there. Oh damn it!
It's ruined my phone.
It was
Why didn't you just
like,
let me
okay, I'm
know?
gonna tool up velocity and overclock her. Colossus is gonna walk in, single now. I was like, okay, then against. I was like, I can see what's coming here.
Yeah, but no, that was a good experience once. And now,
The one time you pull something off.
but you can still do that kind of stuff without Colossus. You don't need him to do that.
Yeah, they're not down singled out. It's good, isn't it?
It is good.
It's good.
Better to do it on someone than run over and do it to somebody else as well.
Yeah. My 6.
I took Nomad as my other one. So
Yeah,
you
Nomad.
take a full,
Forget about Nomad.
full team of 8.
See, when I used engineers, I didn't even think about Nomad.
We ain't got the model.
It-
Dippers has it.
Actually, yeah, good point.
I think mine would probably be the Midas 6 that I use.
Right. Yeah.
Because you've got the goals and the kills with
Yeah.
in Vet Cat in his current iteration prior to.
Miners only have 6 models.
Yeah, so I'd go. It'd be Midas, Flask, Vitriol, Crucible, Vet Cat, and Cammy. So I love Cammy.
Yes.
You even sing when you say her name.
It makes my heart sing.
Don't.
Who would you take? I don't even know who your guild is now.
I don't know who my guild is at the moment.
I don't know who I am anymore.
Scalpel, Dirge, Pelage, Gast, Graves, and probably Casket. Or Bonesaw.
Yeah. Well, do you want to list mine?
Let's do it all together. Blackheart, Strongbox, Decimate, Benediction,
Yeah.
Rage.
Rage, and it was Minx.
It was Minx, but
now
now
we
it's
hate
not.
Minx.
No, it probably is Minx still.
Minx.
But it's
There we go.
just not as.
Oh, you
Good.
did you can't have two
Yeah.
furious
I
models.
can't have 2 Furious models.
That's quite a good question.
Yes.
Right, Marco Tripapi? I don't think that's
I'm
how you
glad you're reading these questions, not me.
Mark, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Marco. Isn't it time to introduce a third mascot into the game? I feel that each of the new captains should bring his or her violent pet animal along.
I'm going to say no for the exact reason we've discussed about captains.
Yeah.
Well, for the exact reason that we've also mentioned that the game's getting too broad.
Yeah.
So suppose let's
But
just
to be fair-
let's theory. What would your mascot be for your guild?
Well,
We're not going to do one.
Can I
for
just make a
everyone.
quick point?
Of course you can.
I think it's harder to break a mascot than it is a captain.
They're always going to be limited. In what
Exactly,
they
this is what I'm getting at.
But-
So, while you could make a very good mascot, I don't think it would break a team. Do you know what I mean?
do. Yeah.
So,
It will. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
but then again, if you release tentacles now, people would cry foul. because he's got a lot of stuff.
Or there are things you could put on. You put stone visibility on a mascot, and that mascot
that would break it. Yes, I agree.
And it's a one influence.
Then again, isn't there only one mascot with a legendary? Squeak.
Squeak has got a legendary. I completely forgot in the game that I was playing. It wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah, but this is where I'm coming from. It's sort of actually, I'll tell a lie. The mole, right? The mole is just too amazing. Free condition clear, close control,
double place.
Yeah,
a 3-4 kick.
A 3-4 kick. Yeah. So I think the mole's getting to the point where you look at it and you go, that's probably
the plateau.
It's probably I was gonna say it's probably a limit of what you could probably get away with a mascot.
Buckwheat's still
amazing.
Fairly strong as well. So I mean, you can do it. You can make them unpleasant to play against.
True, but again,
most
mascots have like 2 influence they can take, so they can't really do a great deal with it, but they can have some amazing rules. So
what would you bring for your guild?
See what the goat brings.
Yeah.
Is the goat the mascot?
It's the pig.
I was going to say.
So what would you do for your new guild? Say your new guild has a mascot. Your guild has a new mascot. What would you like it to be? Just character-wise, not stats or anything like that. So Ryan,
as in pick a character.
Like Rivet, which mascot would Rivet bring to your engineers, Ryan? You're gonna have Mortswich for the purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
A bulldog. No, we've got one. I don't know. Rivet to me is like the
British.
British. So I feel like a bulldog, but we've got one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe some kind of mechanic thing, but that's not really her shtick. That's more
shtick.
Yeah, shtick.
Really?
Well, she's an engineer, but I don't know. I feel like she needs an animal.
A mechanical bulldog.
A mechanical bulldog.
What about a mechanical rodeo bull?
No.
She's got tow along, so she can bring it in.
Okay, yeah.
Rivet and a bucking bronco.
Rivet and a bucking bronco. We'll have her on a 50mm mascot.
Why not? Pride.
The first 50mm. Pride, yeah.
Yeah. Pride's 50mm, yeah.
You don't get one, sorry.
You just get your previous one.
You got a monkey with a bandana. Yeah, continue the pirate thing.
Like marbles.
A gun turret.
Marbles isn't.
Marbles ain't got a...
He's a chimp.
Yeah, he's right, you know.
Is he not a gorilla? A baboon?
He's not a baboon.
He's kind of a baboon.
He's more of a baboon.
Yeah, a baboon face.
He's a baboon face and his ass is exposed.
Okay.
It's a baboon.
A baboon, no.
Which is a monkey, rather than an ape.
It's a great ape, isn't it? A baboon?
No.
I'm not going to argue.
It's not one of the great apes are the 8 intelligent species, and I don't think baboons feature.
No. A little monkey.
I was going to say you wouldn't pick a big monkey, would you?
One of those little cute monkeys.
Like
I don't know what they do.
With the
Ball
big eyes.
retrieval.
Like Ryan.
Yeah, the big eyes.
Sits around.
With a bandana on it. It has to have a bandana.
But why?
Surely a top hat. Little monkey.
Yeah, it's got to be a top
I
hat.
don't like top hats, so I'm not going to pick that.
It'd be an organ grinder monkey.
Is that the next squaddy, an organ grinder?
Maybe that's an entertainer that we've
monkey. Marbles, the mascot.
Marbles.
Or one of the ones with the little symbols.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
And a fez.
Yeah. Marbles and a fez. Mortsrich.
I
even thought.
So it's got to be a
a
mascot that would go with Morn. So
a candle.
A spider.
A candle.
A spider would work. Yeah, a spider could work.
A pet candle, like Beauty and the
A
Beast.
pet candle.
He's much Beauty
You
and the
can
Beast.
tell you're middle class, mate.
My pet candelabra.
Oh, I have a silver candelabra. It's not quite my good one, but it'll do for now.
It's fine, but it's fine enough for me. Take my spoon out.
A spider. A spider with a candle on it.
Because, bugs like fire.
Spider-labra.
With gold webs.
I like the spider actually. Good.
What can I... little spirit elemental.
Fire elemental.
Little fire elemental.
Yeah, the spirit elemental will be for Steeljaw, won't it?
Yeah. With spirit
Little bear.
Little cup.
A little candelabra with the.
Little
Like if you hit the
And then the UK engineers can have a little clock, little talking clock.
That's it. There we go.
That's the beast.
That's it. We've solved Guild Ball.
Beauty and the Beast.
Chin up, Nicholas.
I'm laughing. I'm just I don't know what to say to you guys sometimes.
At least we amuse ourselves, that's the main thing.
Ralph Sternjack says, do you think minor guilds should get a second captain and or other models? No. Rich said no.
Well, I think they talked about the fact they would potentially, they might have a minor move up to major, so you
How
could.
could you do it though?
I wanted to see if they kept up with the fluff and they stopped people playing with toys, but they
Would
could.
you move?
Brewers should get demoted.
Yeah.
Because Brewers got wiped out by the rat catchers.
True. Well, technically, Union shouldn't exist at all then.
I agree.
But in fluff-wise, that could have been the perfect moment for Brewers to drop down to minor.
Yeah, and Rats
to move up to major.
Go up, yeah.
And it's not that hard because in theory, all you do is you drop their 2 play-ups and bring in a new box 6.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
if they were going to continue, as it went, then so would all your play-ups like permanently move to the minor guilds?
I don't know.
So, do you see where I'm coming from? So, would Angel and Siren just permanently move to the Navigators?
Well, I'm thinking maybe actually it should be something. This could be a way of controlling the guild bloats by saying they pull some of the players from a major guild that's aligned with that minor, and they just get pulled into.
Maybe they could do.
So you end up with you end up effectively with 12 in each, and maybe some play-ups from each one, so 14 models total. So rather than, because they're all getting up to about 18, it feels too big. So actually, if you said, okay, we're going to pull 5 squaddies and well,
they could do it.
Well, you can pull a captain because they've got 3 captains.
They could do it
so
as a
what's it
called a community event.
Yeah.
Like a civil war, like Morts versus Rats, Engineers versus Miners.
And one of those captains gets pulled down into the minor league.
It gives
actually good.
It gives an idea for
like 3 captains.
Like someone like Pinvice going down to the minor guild. She's been thrown.
Right.
Pinvice, what?
Just to throw it in there.
Yeah.
Honor now is a farmer.
Cabelli and Hammer just take the thing. Well, Brisket.
Yeah, Brisket's now.
Well, she's left the order, hasn't she, in the floor?
Yeah.
She's thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want more fluff. I know people keep talking about it. I want more fluff.
Yeah.
I really enjoy.
I want to know why are these new captains here? Who are they?
Did we get anything about them?
Nothing.
Just like a little single, not even like a little.
We just got
like
blisters available. Order now.
What?
Cards TBC.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think miners should go beyond 8 players because I like that. It's a good entry point for people. You've got your 8 players and go and crack on and play with them.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it'd be nice for there being some kind of community aspect of do the miners swap with the majors or doing something.
Just to throw it out there then, what do you think this year's community event will be?
What do you think last year? Last year's there wasn't one, was there?
Ah, good point. I keep thinking the Free City draft.
No,
was
the
last
Free
year,
City
but it's
draft
not
was
the year
actually
before.
They've had the releases now.
I really enjoyed the Free City draft. I thought that was a really, really good community event because it got everyone involved.
Yeah, it's true.
They could do something like that again.
But they need like a machine like SteamCon for the final to as like the big reveal.
Yeah.
So I'd like them to. I think they need to finish releasing the minor guilds, get the minor guilds all done, then they can start looking at doing like some kind of community events with the minors and majors about a play up and a play down or something like that, like the World of Guild Balls changing and stuff like that. And
I don't know how well it would be received, but like an overhaul and doing the you can't play with your toys anymore. But as part of a community event, make there a drive and a reason behind it.
Well,
get everyone interested in it.
The problem is there'll always be a portion of the people that will lose.
Yeah.
We'll put it this way.
And not everybody. Although a lot of people talk about they play lots of guilds.
People accepted that you can't use Union in your guilds anymore.
Yeah.
reluctantly.
Yeah.
But I don't think if you suddenly told people you couldn't play Union, you couldn't play.
So you're not allowed Blackheart, Decimate, or Benediction or something.
Yeah, anyone that's dead in the fluff, you can't use anymore.
Not
so
even
yeah,
dead
more
in the fluff, but
gas or whatever.
just a reorganising, like just something to shake it up. But if you had people interested and sort of participating in the outcome, without just being like, here's another wave of.
But then the difficulty is, how can you meaningful go? Okay, this community-based event where we're swapping people around for other guilds and moving them around. How can they do that when half the rosters are dead?
Don't worry. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, because if you go, well, I'm doing this community event because he's moving to there, he's moving to there. What about them? Oh, they're all dead. They can come along for the ride as well.
Do you think it was a bad idea to kill off half the players?
No,
that's
everyone enjoys a good death in the story.
Like,
and it facilitates the introduction of new players as well.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you've got 6 players on a team. And
Yeah, but if you're never removing players from a team in tournament play, it doesn't. It's only for story.
But essentially, that's
so
how the rules work. You change the rules.
Venin's dead.
Venin's dead.
Ocat's kind of dead because he's turned into Vet Cat.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You can instantly rule out any player that's got a veteran.
That's it, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, that's a recent death.
Yeah, Venin's a recent one.
Yeah.
There aren't that many dead Union players actually.
Mist.
Oh, Mist is dead now. I forgot about that. Yeah. 3.
Mist, Snakeskin,
and
Blackheart.
Although Blackheart's not dead.
Blackheart's dead.
He's not.
Didn't say body. True villain. No, Rage is still
he possessed
alive.
Rage, isn't he? Rage Heart.
Rage is still alive because you didn't see the body.
Yeah.
Engineers. Who's dead in Engineers?
Velocity.
Mainspring.
Mainspring.
And he took out Thresher with him.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Mainspring isn't really a character, is it? It's just a misc robot that they bring along because Ratchet's got another one on his back.
Yeah.
So other than that, I don't think any of the Engineers players are dead.
No.
Because Velocity got remade into Vet Velocity.
Yeah. And that's it.
Isn't it technically? Isn't Velocity Salvo's sister?
It was.
Yeah.
Salvo's sister's
And then
dead.
that's why Salvo's sister's dead, and that's why Salvo hates pinvoice and that because you've gone that shrine to your dead sister. Let's give her an
Stick her
upgrade.
blades on it.
Yeah, I'm not really liking that whole shrine. It's like yeah. Morts, you've got dead Obulus, you've got dead Gas.
Yeah.
Should we have put spoilers? I'm still thinking now. We're going through all these people. That are
Oh,
dead.
sorry, if you haven't read stuff that came out a couple of years ago,
I haven't read all of it.
Obulus is dead.
Yeah. Gas dead.
Dead.
Did you not know?
Killed by Spirit Bear.
Spirit.
Other than that, I don't think anyone else in Morts is dead. But as we've said, Brewer's half the roster's
Brewers
dead.
That was a proper clearinghouse.
Mash, Scum.
Oh, it's only Mash and Scum.
Spigot got excommunicated. Stoker, he's still alive technically. Stoker is.
Yeah. Space TBT.
Yeah.
It's true.
He was going to get beaten to death by Hammer, I just assumed, in that basement.
Well, we don't know. You haven't seen a body.
Like all the good plot hooks.
But anyway.
What question was that?
Do you think Marner should get a second captain?
No.
What?
Well, the thing is, it's sort of...
But back to it, we said that at the start,
it's
so we
fine,
went off on a massive
No, that's
tangent.
fine. That's fine. we seem to do a lot of tangents.
Yeah.
What? This is a controversial one, so tread carefully.
Tread carefully.
Gordon Game has said, "What are your honest opinions on Steamforge's future prospects, both Guild Ball and others?"
I think they'll keep churning out Kickstarters.
Which are good. I've got Resident Evil up there. You've got Horizon Zero Dawn
coming. I've got Dark Souls and all the stuff for Dark Souls right now, so I'm kind of,
God Tier was a successful Kickstarter.
I agree.
They have got 2 very good games as a base. I think God Tier
and Guild Ball
are 2 very good games. They get into all the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, which
the Critical Role stuff.
Yeah.
which has exploded. I've noticed for D&D in the last 2 years. That's just gone.
The nature of the challenge of the business is they started out obviously with a successful game that had the reality is a small player base. It's what, I don't know, 5,000-ish people, and therefore
it's an average small.
you try, you can try and grow that, but the reality is you end up where we are, which is you've got you have to have new releases.
And it gets bloated.
It gets bloated. So they knew they needed another IP, and they've now got that with God Tier.
Yeah.
So they can now do releases for God Tier and releases for Guild Ball and stagger it and control it slightly better. In between that, they're also positioning themselves as a producer of video game board games, which is no bad thing.
Yeah.
People do it. So it's just the nature of a transition from what was an original kind of start.
It's like a Ma and Pa business, weren't it? Type
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. And it was a group of friends who decided they wanted to make a game and made the game and managed to make it successful.
Yeah.
I think people, and the problem is a lot of the people that will get upset about the way that they change and the things that they do are probably people that have been with them since that point.
Yeah.
And so they have got that level of engagement originally.
Yeah.
That by its very nature they're becoming a larger business and they have to take a step back. So you don't see Rich and Matt as much as probably you used to when they first started. But that's the nature of business.
Yeah.
And I think
it's
it's very
get around a fair bit.
They get to a lot of offence, don't they?
Yeah.
But it's very easy to lose sight of that when it's something that you're very personally attached to. So anyone as a player or as a fan of the game is going to feel a level of ownership or a level of
well, we've all invested in the game, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because we've all got between us, we've got multiple copies of the guilds.
Yeah. But I think
I've got two Alchemist guilds.
To be fair, it's only Alchemist that I don't have.
And it is very
one careful.
I don't want to dodgy bangs an Alchemist team.
And it's the nature of when you're in it and you are the fan that's enjoying that thing. You want to see more thing for that thing, and so you can get upset by the changing nature of business. But they are becoming bigger. I think the reality is they probably did struggle after Dark Souls. Probably overextended a little bit, and they're recovering from that. And I see improvements in how they are managing themselves.
They make good.
Well, look at the resin.
All the resin minis.
The resin quality's got better.
Since they've sorted it out,
they tried new things and they've had to kind of backtrack a little bit. So they tried the plastic guilds, and the plastic guilds were, I'm assuming, I don't know because I'm not privy to any information, probably a bit unwieldy, probably a long lead time because they're coming from China, and so they had a couple of bad publicity blips because of those the
Stuff outside of their hands.
Stuff outside of their control.
Do you think Minerva was the last nail in the coffin for the plastics?
Apart from that, I think the plastics are fine.
Yeah.
Plastics are good.
Yeah.
They're not as good as the resins, but
they're not as expensive.
Not as expensive, and for here's a box of minis that are ready to play.
The
right
God
now.
tiers are brilliant.
But
the God tier minis are great.
I bring it back to the same thing. It's around pitch. Guild Ball was sold as a miniatures game, and people came for the miniatures. They put a survey out on Facebook that kind of asked certain questions, and I think probably or unconsciously they probably biased those questions towards wanting to go a certain route. So they kind of looked at the answers to a small survey on Facebook and said, oh, people don't care about what the quality of the miniatures are.
Yeah.
They just want to play a good game.
Pick up and play.
So they went
Kickoff was sold as a
plastic.
board game, wasn't it?
Yeah, so they went plastic.
Minis game.
See,
They went plastic thinking that would work, but the reality is they probably didn't get the uptake.
I think the plastic works for God Tier because while I love the sculpts, they're a bit more cartoony, they're a little bit more exaggerated, and with the size you can get away with it. You can still have detail through size, whereas with Guild Ball obviously you're playing to a certain sort of scale.
Yeah.
If you want it to be a bit more realistic, because at the end of the day you're talking about people and animals.
I still
and spirit bears.
I still say, apart from the nose on Minerva, I don't think the plastics are bad.
Which mine was fine. Do you know what I mean? I got one of the original release ones and it was fine.
Pelage. Miasma.
Right, okay. I hate the Pelage model because you
Miasma.
just can't see the detail. But other than that, the later ones, I love the navs.
Navs and cooks are good.
They're brilliant.
The navs is amazing. The cooks were alright, yeah.
But that was the second point I was going to make. Is it's about positioning again. So you think about the things that they've learned. So they had their first game where they probably should have put rotation in but didn't and regretted it.
Yeah.
And they went metal and resin because that's what they came from a war machine background, so that's what they were used to, and they wanted to go plastic. And then in their second IP, they've brought in champion rotation, and they've got
so they're showing growth, they're showing development,
but they know what they want. So they've got a direction they want to go in with God tier, and so they are positioning themselves appropriately.
So along those lines, do you think they see Guild Ball as a lost cause because it would take too much to resolve these issues? Because as we see, because if you look at it, their release schedule's getting sparser. Okay, they're releasing out resin teams, but that's only for newer people because a lot of people already have the models. How long is it since we had the last minor guild?
It was minors,
which was this time last year.
But that's because the captains came in between, and now you've got shepherds again. But this is the thing about slowing down. You've got to manage expectations in that they are now effectively positioning themselves for 2 IP. So you're going to start getting a bit more God tier releasing, and then you'll get probably a mix and match between the two. And in between that, you'll have board game releases probably. But it's that thing about they probably have slowed down the release rate. But think about, we had blacksmiths one year, farmers another year, and you got a few extra models in for the other guilds, which is no real different to what we've had. We've had miners, we've got shepherds. We've had cooks and navigators.
The shepherds. When were the shepherds announced?
But the thing is, this is the thing about probably what they are learning as well, is they're announcing this stuff and they're not locking down release dates until they know they can release them. So you think since
but they're not generating. They're not generating sort of like word of mouth. They're not generating excitement. But because if you go right, cool, these are some of these new models. You can't have them for 8 months. People are like, well, okay. So what? I'll play something else that is giving me new releases.
But you've got to also think about the fact that they've got to start kind of managing expectations to some extent about what's
going on. I completely agree, but I think at the end of the day, I think Steamforge are going to go towards becoming a Mantic Games, which is very much a Kickstarter company.
I'm not convinced. I think
it's very much. I think they're going to stick with these one-on releases that they can go right. Cool. Here's some really cool IP. We're going to make a really good game, but it doesn't require investment for us in the future to keep this going. I think they're very much going right. Here you go. Let's move on to the next thing.
No, I think they've got three. They've had 3 games, I suppose, recently in Dark Souls, the card game, Dark Souls expansion, and Ni no Kuni 2. None of those are going to
I don't know what that is, to be fair.
It's a JRPG, I've got it in there.
I've seen the playthrough, it was quite good actually. The board game was quite fun. The board game was quite fun. But yeah, so I just think, it's just an evolving company. The reality is, if you've been with them from the beginning, you can maybe feel the changing of how they interact with people. But that's the very nature of becoming a larger company.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is, I think for them, they get a bigger payoff and much more sort of. It's brass tacks. It's at the end of the day, they're going to pay their bills through doing these Kickstarters.
Definitely, yeah.
So I think they're going to be less interested in doing these other smaller games, right? Where it's a lot like, if you look at it this way, they're stretching out the time between seasons.
Yeah.
Like properly updating all the cards, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of hours for the guys to work on and do all the rules for no payoff, because they're like, cool, this is what I'm getting at. So at the end of the day, I think they're just going to keep. I think they're going to.
Couldn't buy them. It's kind of pointless.
Yeah, this is what I'm getting at. At the end of the day, they're going to use their employee hours on something that's going to bring them a return, which at the minute isn't going to be Guild Ball, because, like I said, no one's buying it.
Well, I suppose look at it another way. You've got a fully defined game already, with some releases to come. Business decision has to be.
I completely agree, and the thing is, I'm not criticising Steamforge for it, because at the end of the day, right, they've got to keep their business going, and things go up, things move on, but it's going to be difficult to maintain such a larger player base and things like that for a game that they're not going to release new stuff for.
No, that's fair.
Because, and then look at it this way, look at the move with Champions. They've renamed Pundits to Champions, because at the end of the day, they're going to see God Tier as their new big game.
Yeah. Well, they're just a very, very much more smaller group, the Champions is at the moment.
But yeah, this is where I'm coming from. At the end of the day, they're just realigning themselves to where their money's coming from. Because, cool, they'll sell maybe a couple of thousand of a new captain. Awesome. If you don't play that guild, you're not going to buy it. Whereas if you go, right, here's a 30 quid box set of a new God tier champion, everyone who has the game is going to go, you know what, I really like that champion.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go
everyone's
buy
going to
that.
buy the Daenerys one, aren't they?
Of course they are.
New Dragon Lady.
This is what I'm getting at. So literally, just from a business perspective, it doesn't seem like a massive thing for them to keep Guild Ball going. They'll probably just wind out the extra miners and then go from there. Which is sad.
How many miners have we got left?
There's 3. There's alchemists. There's I think it's 4.
There's masons, farmers.
Masons, farmers, alchemists and brewers.
Blacksmiths.
Oh yeah, blacksmiths. Yeah.
So there's
I
still
just said smiths.
Yeah.
Masons, smiths, farmers, brewers,
Alchemists.
alchemists. So 5.
there's 5 left. So that's still maybe 2 years.
That's probably 2 years.
And
of
farmers
releases.
is coming effectively. Isn't it?
We're only
Farmers,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 minor guilds out at the moment.
So we're halfway through minor guilds. That's probably enough to keep Guild Ball
20
alive now.
teams is that's a lot. Isn't
This
it?
one this is the problem. 20 teams is a lot. Do you know what I mean? At that point, you're going right. So look at the breadth. It's
Well, look, you could
It's
have
impossible.
you could
It's
have a
gonna be
16-man
impossible to
tournament and no
balance.
mirrors. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, it's going to be impossible to balance 20 teams against each other.
What?
I bet you still got mirrors because everyone's going to take the top dogs. But yeah.
Well, yeah,
But
Yeah,
like,
you could do.
but you know, you could have like
Yeah.
20 unique. That's huge.
yeah.
it is.
Unique
Yeah,
teams.
but as Dave says, you're always going to get how many people take falconers to a tournament?
You see on occasion though.
I think they're fun. I just don't think they're that good.
You beat Dave with them, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
The one-
That rage. He's a buff.
But do you see that's where
The
I'm coming
champions,
from, right?
the champions program is quite interesting.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like with the rename of it and
And
removal
again-
of pundit, it's,
Again, without going on to it too much, I think that's like a thing with them of almost like too much information is a bad thing, but too little information is also a bad thing. So, for example,
What
like
was their strategy effectively?
with the strategy. So, for example, when they said to the pundits, they basically said you can reapply, we're renaming it, come and do this. All the pundits have gone, oh cool, yeah, I'm an active pundit, I should get in. That's Steamforce didn't suggest they'd get in or anything like that. But if maybe during their communication, if they'd have said, right, we are culling it down. Realistically, there are going to be less than 50 champions worldwide.
it's less than 10 at the minute, isn't
Well,
it?
that's what I mean. But like, you know, manage the expectations to some things. So please do not get offended if you do not get in. We will be looking at expanding it once we've got it down to this number. Then that's people will go, okay, there's only. So then people will go, well, I'm probably not as active as other pundits are, so I might not apply. Then people who are going there, people will go there with the expectation of, oh, well, you know, I might not get in, but if I do, brilliant kind of thing.
People thought it was just a rename.
A rebranded a pundit. Well, when they changed it all, they just resent out the apps and said, "I'll do it again for us." So this is like the 3rd time I've applied to be a pundit. I'm yet to hear back from the champions thing. Well, if I get in, I get in. If I don't, I don't.
It's true. We'll still run events.
God tier ones only then. No more Guild Ball.
Why?
Oh, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I was throwing some salt just for the fun of
For
it.
what?
For the fun of it. I don't know.
You want
For the
smartphone
internet.
one, so it's a game you can win.
I can't remember if I do. It's complicated. That is complicated on another level.
Nah, it's not as complicated as Infinity.
Oh,
Yeah.
I move. I get shot. You move. You get shot.
Yeah.
Repeat until you're dead or
Exactly.
bored.
Yeah.
So we're out of questions.
Are we out of questions?
We've been doing this
Should
for
we-
a long time.
should we
It's
talk a
11
little-
o'clock
It's a
now.
long video.
Should we talk a little bit about errata, what we think?
Right.
Like just a short thing.
Very short thing because I have not paid that much attention recently. So
Oh, so it's all about Ryan.
I'll just sit here and tell
You're used to this entitlement. I've spoken.
You will listen to me.
So, which players? Let's be positive. Which players need some love?
A lot of the blacksmiths need some love. No, I've moved on
Rich
from...
wants to play blacksmiths again.
No, it's not. It's not about me moving on from it.
I think,
It's-
I think
it's-
all, I
you
think
don't
all the
see
engineers need a buff because I've just got them commission painted.
Not at all, to be fair.
They need a. Salvo needs a tone down. Spade needs a tone down.
Yeah.
Not Spade.
The fact you're saying that, the fact that those two are in every
be honest-
6 for both guilds.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, the only thing
Yeah.
that I think needs a buff in engineers is pin voice. I think the rest of them work just fine.
Just
Yeah.
Pin
Voice just needs-
just a little bit.
No, literally, give her a buyable dodge
Or Shadow Light.
or shadow light,
Give her
and
Shadow
she's
Light.
fine. Because at this stage, right, if she's
showed on the video.
Yeah, if she's standing at 2 inches away from an opposing player, she's useless. She's a dead activation.
Or just left her knocked down at the edge of 2 of Corsair and Kraken.
If you move in to do anything about it, you're going to get pushed away. She's just not good.
It's the fact she's taxed 6 and her knockdown's on 5.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because, you know, if it was on 3, the free charge you get from Ratchet is you're laughing. You're like, cool, okay, I'll spend my free charge and then I'll have 6 attacks at you. Yeah. Probably 5 because I'm going to buy deletion. But at that point, she becomes viable.
Yeah.
And to be fair, probably a choice over Rivet. Because Rivet, what I said on the last video, Rivet on herself doesn't do a great deal. She does about as much of a captain should do, right? It's what she does to Colossus and Vet Velocity and things like that. But like I said, of the engineers, I think the only one that needs I think the only one that needs a buff is Pinvoice.
I was going to suggest that I think probably just like a couple of players that you don't see playing.
Yeah,
but it's a problem.
That's what you do every errata.
And and eventually
it just cycles around.
It cycles in power creep. So actually, maybe nerf some of the stronger players.
I think Falconers need.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you nerfed some stronger players, you still wouldn't see Pinvoice because she's trash. Do you know what I mean? Like say for Masons for argument,
but
right?
if you nerf Ratchet to the point where he's useless, or nerf Rivet and Ratchet to the point, not Ratchet, sorry, Ballista, or make them.
Then you just have a really bad team.
Then you'll just have a bad team. You just won't see engineers.
Yeah.
Like for argument's sake, Masons, right? All 3 captains are viable, right? But you just don't see Hammer. Do you know what I mean? Do you see where I'm coming from? So in that instance.
For the next errata, do you just make Hammer a bit better?
Yeah, if you just made Hammer a little bit better, you would see a spread of all 3.
Right.
I think Masons are in a good position at the moment, where you don't need buffs and nerfs. You just need a little tweak to Hammer to make him viable.
I think this is the challenge we've got with 3 captains again, isn't it? In that they can't
all be good enough.
They can't all be good enough to get in.
Exactly. You're always going to have a weak link.
You may well have playstyles. Some people might love the way Hammer plays and use him all the time because they enjoy using him.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that he's strong enough to make it a competitive player as a team.
Exactly.
I suppose that's the challenge as well. Is what are you balancing for? Are you balancing for competitive play, or are you balancing for?
This was the thing with blacksmiths, isn't it? You have to balance for the top 5%.
Yeah. Or do you do? Well, I think probably not. Because I think at that level, at that higher level, the skill levels are of a similar nature, and everyone's in that vein. Whereas I think actually you should be balancing for the bottom end to make.
But then that'll make
their game
more
enjoyable.
But then you'll have the dominating the meta in the tournaments, the stuff that's
meant for starter players. Everyone will be using it.
Like you had to stat with, I think between Fraser, Steve Cole, and Steve Easton. Receiving with Anvil,
they lost 1 game.
They lost 1 game between all of them in like a 6-month period.
It doesn't matter. You don't know how many games they played in that, but that was still a stat.
Yeah, and I think only one of them that was lost was because they were playing the other one. I think in the final of a tournament.
You said Falconers need some love.
I think
Falconers do need some love.
What do you do? Did they not make them better?
They did,
already?
But the problem with Falconers is
you telegraph it all.
You telegraph everything.
Yeah, you're dropping your Harriers and stuff. Well, it's hard to avoid the Harrier when Diviner can move it, but at least you know it's coming, so you can prepare for it as best you can.
What if you obviously keep Deadly Wings as not once per turn, right? But you give her 1 free reposition. If you gave her a skill on the back of a card saying you can use Deadly Wings once per turn for free.
She's not an alchemist, really. She don't get crazy.
would that fix it then? Do you think?
Well, it would certainly mean that you could throw a Harrier out there and move it on to whoever. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Do we change?
Yeah, and it would make it more influence efficient.
Here's one. Change your legendary.
What?
No.
I'm not quite out with that when I was playing the Corsair game.
No, change her legendary to throw out 2 Harriers. So she does a big turn 1, turn 2, she can go super bang. She can do a back-to-back super activation and go bang, 2 Harriers, death from above twice. Off I go.
Yeah?
So she could do end of turn 1 a normal thing.
I agree, but the point being is I think you lose a lot with the 3 damage and snared because she relies on that snared.
But the problem with them is they telegraph too much. By having the legendary in the bank, you're like, oh god, what is her plan to come and do? She can go, okay, they're up to 8 points. I'm going to legendary now from range, tackle the ball off that person and wrap or whatever, then do another momentous damage and score.
Yeah. I agree.
I
don't think changing the best part of her card to make her more competitive.
No, but I think the problem with her is she telegraphs. She's quite a linear player.
Yeah.
In that she will do what she does. She needs the rest of her team to put the things out. So you can't do like with a good captain. You can do a back-to-back activation.
Yeah. So okay, what if you gave her similar to what Hammer used to have? Right. Let her take influence off somebody else. To throw out Harriers. Because then she can set herself up.
Then she can do that every turn.
No,
that breaks her.
Yeah.
Which is why I said a legendary for
I'm with
once
you.
per game.
Yeah, I'll get you.
Be interesting.
Give her 2 legendary, Sega.
Double legendary.
2 Harriers and snared and 3 damage. Look at that. Fixed.
Expect a legendary last over 3 turns, like.
Who else?
Anyone else you think needs a bit of love?
Let's have a look.
I still think some of the season 1 players and captains need a
Like Midas.
Yeah, I think he needs toning down.
He does need toning down. Literally, if you put Midas back to acrobatic and made his thing.
Here we go. If you just took in that.
No, where'd the go is too much. It just gives him stupid distance combined with everything else.
What about truffles? What do you do to make truffles see the table?
Give a fulmination.
Rotate princess out of the guild.
Yeah. Truffles.
I would like to see the pig do something. I know it's a mascot.
The thing is, right?
So I can't,
11 boxes. 11 boxes tough hide. Like pigs, you gotta put some real effort into killing the pig.
We come back to the point around a good mascot does something for free.
Yeah. And Vindictive lets her charge for one. So if you gave her Furious, then
maybe. Or what's the feral or whatever? The free attack.
Feral is a free attack. Yeah.
Just something.
If you can, if you gave her Vindictive and Feral,
right. 1 influence charge, and then so for 1 influence you can get a charge off and another attack. Because if you think about this, she's got no character plays on the front of the card, so she's not doing anything else.
Yeah, she's literally just
She is just a firing off a cannon that you fire off and do some damage with.
Yeah.
And it's fairly resilient when it gets there, so it can kind of tough it out.
So
actually, make it super influence efficient.
Yeah.
On the damage potential. Then maybe that's the potential fits. And you're still going to put 1 influence on, so
Berserk.
I suppose you can do is take better ox.
No, because you got to pay 1 for it, which completely ruins.
Oh yeah, so you got none then.
Yeah, exactly. This is it. So you make her a 1/3. So when you take Berserk off that boar, it's worth it.
Oh no, 1/2. Put 2 influence. Take Berserk.
Charge for 1.
Charge for 1. Free attack, and then
you still only have 2 attacks. Oh, then it's feral. Yeah. That's a lot.
It's only got 3 damage on top of the book, isn't it?
That
literally
doesn't change. Just give it feral, and then you have to play it with better ball to get the Berserk.
Yeah, but no one's playing Bet Ball at the minute, are they?
Who else? Can we think of?
We're going to talk about nerfs now.
Or Corker needs a nerf.
Corker needs a nerf.
Like those tokens are far too flexible.
Shouldn't do heroics.
It shouldn't do heroics because it just pays for itself every turn.
I think it's just they've complicated that by the fact that Pint Pot's entire shtick and structure is
Luke's
built
found
around.
a new word.
Yeah.
I think I use that as one of our chats and now it keeps coming up.
No, you're right.
But I think that's the problem is you can't change the way beer tokens work because otherwise it gets really complicated because you have to say it's either you rework Pint Pot or you say accept Pint Pot, and then it's just a very inelegant rule then.
Pint tokens and beer tokens, or whiskey tokens and beer tokens.
Well, I think I've seen a suggestion that said make beer tokens once per turn.
Yeah.
And then have an exception on Pint Pot that says because he's already got an exception that says he brings 6.
Yeah.
And can have more than.
But I think it's the issue of using heroics. Because that's kind of makes Esther's irrelevant.
It does. Not for free heroics.
And also, Corker being able to hit someone 7 times for 4 influence.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's ridiculous. And it's all the way all the synergies work. And having second wind in guild, ridiculous.
Yeah. See, yeah, I'm with you.
Having second wind in guild and beer tokens are what?
Okay, yeah, Flea needs some love.
Yeah, Flea needs some love. Flea's awful.
Well, I've said this as well. I took him in that game and paid for the model. That's not paid him because he's
Flea's just trash.
It's just a weird combination of
he's
got
but he won't die.
He's got assist. Well, he almost did, or we did in that game. But he's got assist. But then his playbook's not good enough to warrant using the assist.
No.
And a lot of his shtick is
he's making your
mascots better and making them attack.
Yeah.
He can use his influence to get them to attack. So why is he getting this? Why is he the one that?
Well, he was the last pick in the Free City draft.
Yeah.
Probably too good.
Was he intended to pair with Scum and just?
He was just intended to go with both of them.
Murder Cat or do his
Murder Cat.
or we're doing but then the problem is why take Scum in the world of Quaff?
Yeah.
Then you can just have a Quaff taxi as well as a Decimate one like you did.
Yeah. Well, that's the only reason. That's the only good thing about him is you move up, dodge Quaff forward, and then Quaff charges in,
and just pushes someone for days.
Pushes someone all the way back, and then second wins himself back.
Yeah.
And then you taxied with Quaff rather than Decimate, and Decimate is still free to go and do stuff later in the turn.
Yeah.
Who else wanted to be turned back?
Miners.
Miners. Well, you know about miners. We've all heard your miner rants now.
Yeah.
You hadn't.
Well, I had, but I didn't realise it was like you hated playing with them.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, I think if they did something similar with the Falconers that they did with the Cooks, because the Cooks went from being trash to really good.
To top tier.
Yeah, exactly. So if they did a similar rework to Falcons, then off you go. Because again, with Cooks, if you're putting out the +2 movement buff, if you're putting out the charge for 1 buff, you're still broadcasting what's going on, aren't you?
But you're limited in what you can do. Excuse me. You're limited.
So someone else is talking, so you just.
Oh
God! I'm not talking. So. Oh my God! Are we at the point where I can talk again?
I haven't seen anything for ages, actually.
I think you embarrassed them first time. You shut up for ages.
What was I saying?
I don't know, we weren't listening either.
Vet
Cat, Soma and Midas needs attention.
Do you think Midas does as well?
He just goes for days.
But do you think he needs...
I think Law of Gold needs to be changed to once per turn.
Yeah.
Although Luke loves Alchemists as his guild, I think you're quite honest when you find something that is
I think
too much.
In terms of Soma, the burst of flames that they can giving Vet Cat the ability to have 3 splash condition damage per hit for a 2-inch radius isn't right.
On a 50mm model.
That isn't right.
Yeah.
I don't think that should be a thing. In the same way, I don't think the burst of flames is a thing. Like some of the stuff you can do by removing conditions and doing that, it just doesn't seem right. I like the idea of the 2 cards, and I think the flexibility of 6-inch dodge seems too much.
Yeah. I've said
I've paid 3 influence for it, but it still feels like that's his entire thing.
I've said this all along, right? You can't balance a captain that has 4 cards worth of rules where everyone else has 2.
Yeah.
You can't balance that. It's too much.
The problem is I can't comment too much on Soma because I've only played 1 game with Soma. I haven't been to tournaments, so I haven't seen Soma played. Not many people are putting out Soma content, so it's all theory. But what I can say is Vet Cat having the potential of 3 splash damage. Vet Cat's damage is insane. Personally,
with how easy you can get 2 goals, Vet Cat should not be able to kill 2 players in an activation.
I think the thing with Vet Cat, I think he needs to lose in a world where Soma doesn't exist. Because I don't understand, I haven't played enough with Soma.
Yeah.
I would say Vet Cat needs to lose Venomous Strike. I think that pretty much.
I think he's too fast as well. For a big guy, he's far too fast.
Isn't Faris a 5'10"?
For a big guy.
She's a horse.
Faris is a rider.
The model has a horse. So there's a reason. There should be no reason.
Plus Faris doesn't do a great deal when she gets there.
Yeah.
But speed aside, in terms of his damage potential, I think if he loses, the problem is he's got Venomous Strike, which means every time he does damage he puts out poison. Yeah. Then if he hits anyone with poison condition, they do 2 splash damage. So if they were in a world where he couldn't give it out himself, you would be telegraphing what you're going to do.
Yeah,
you have some way to react to what he's going to do. I think that then balances up with you're being telegraphed of where you're going, because Vetcat you've got options to go wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
But with you can go wherever if he sets himself up. With having to set him up, you've got time to react, you've got stuff to do, and that kind of balances up the fact of his trash.
Not everyone can one round Vetcat though.
No. You just remove
not every guild's got.
No. But you remove the poison condition, and that loses 6 condition damage over 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Well, because he hasn't got Venomous Strike now.
Because he hasn't got Venomous Strike.
Sorry, I thought you meant now. At the moment.
I can't talk for in the world of Soma, because Soma can do other things. But like prior to Soma, I think losing Venomous Strike fixes him to some certain extent, because he's 2-1. I'm not talking about one rounding him, but he's then got to go in and knock someone down as one of his actions. Otherwise, he's getting shoved away, knocked down, or done whatever to.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think you do anything more with him being a 2-1 model,
goes too far. Because he
potentially does it 2-1. This is me
Last
talking
change.
in a world where Soma doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I can't comment on Soma being a thing. I think that's probably as fair as I can be.
Yeah. See, while I think Nitro is amazing, because it is, it's absolutely fantastic, it does cost 3 at the end of the day. I'm with you there, but I think what Soma then does with, when he changes, he gives out a burst of flames. When he does this, it does more damage. He's got so much. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Numa dies like a bitch.
I agree, but it's the only legendary that can go over as many turns as you can make him last. I don't think that's a thing.
But it's a whole new.
It's just a 1 turn.
Yeah, because then look at it this way: you kill him, you get set on fire, and you take 3 damage within a pulse, isn't it?
But then he comes back.
It's better than Smoke's Legendary.
He gets taken.
Yeah,
you get the
it's a 6. Actually, it's a 6-inch pulse of fire, of 3 damage and fire.
Yeah, it's better than Smoke's Legendary.
Exactly, and that's just some random thing that he's got on the back of his card.
But that's killing him. So you're sacrificing 2 VPs to put that damage out.
And then it will return on whatever health he was on. So in that game we had, I knocked him down to about 5 or 6 health. And then you.
I was bringing them back on 5 health.
In theory, if you can kill him, end of a turn, and then he comes back on with 4 health, and you're starting that turn.
Does he
then
come back
that's
on?
4
Or is it just
VPs.
the model swap?
No,
He
comes back on.
He comes back on.
Does he come back on, or does he just switch?
He leaves the pitch, then the model comes back on with whatever health. So if Soma was on 2 health before your legendary, Numa would die, Soma would return with 2 health.
Yeah, I agree with you. But again, I just think he just does too much for free. He's just got so many rules on his cards.
And that's what I can't comment, because I've only had 1 game, because there's that many nuances and intricacies. I just can't see a world where I would enjoy playing against him. You don't enjoy playing against any alchemist.
No, but still, like if you're playing against a Midas team, you're like, right, cool. I'm gonna receive 3 goals in 2 turns.
Or Vetcat.
Do you know what I mean? I
think Soma needs more work than Midas to get points.
I personally think that alchemists just have.
Is it a lot of work to throw Vetcat 6 inches up and?
It's not.
But is that more work than just Vitriol get a goal, Crucible get a goal, Midas get a goal?
I think the team as a whole are just overtuned.
Maybe
between Cammy, between Vitriol, between Crucible, right? It's so easy for you to just go, cool, ball's mine, I've scored, what you got? I think they're just too overtuned, because they get so many rules for free.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're all really good at kicking. They are.
Yeah.
They're all really good.
Range ball retrieval.
Range ball retrieval. Midas can get anywhere wherever he wants to be. I think the team as a whole is just a bit too good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Plus, you haven't got, I don't want to turn this into me just moaning down. No. I'm trying to
have anyway.
I'm basing it with evidence and stuff. All I'm getting at
I'm just to break up my 12-slide PowerPoint presentation on why alchemists need to be nerfed.
It's not just
you haven't got evidence because you haven't played against Soma or used Soma or seen Soma
I honestly don't want to.
So you haven't backed it with evidence?
I'm backing it with evidence about Vitriol and the others.
Who else needs tuning down?
But do you know what I mean? I think it's just too easy for them to get 2 goals and then that cat just to wander over and go, cool.
Yeah, we're on 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Right, I think the reality is when we've covered miners, brewers, alchemists, are the standards.
Knuckles is wrong.
Battle Shark.
Leave him alone.
Shouldn't
I want to
exist.
play him.
No.
Knuckles.
I bought him now as well. Yeah,
Knuckles is an issue.
Knuckles
Nomad's
has
an
too many
issue.
rules.
Knuckles has too many?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you get rid of?
Pick one.
Look, just look at him. He is the perfect player.
Yeah.
Like between lightning reflexes,
Resilient. Lightning reflexes and resilient.
Yeah.
And close ranks.
and close ranks, and he's like, cool, okay, yeah, sorted. You're holding the ball, are you?
Right.
On tack 8.
Tack 8 and my knockdown tackle
Is on 3.
that ignores close control.
It does.
Cool. I like Knuckles.
And ignores
That's
sturdy.
That's-
Ignores sturdy and close
Does
control.
it ignore sturdy?
I don't know.
It won't ignore sturdy.
I don't think it
Oh,
ignores
yeah, so
sturdy.
just
It's
takes
still
the
there.
same condition.
Where's Nomad? Is he really a problem?
Yes.
Yes.
Why? He's only got 13
You beat
health.
Rich with him.
I was gonna beat Rich anyway.
Oh!
This is fine. It's one of them.
You were playing again.
I was playing.
Then you
Fine.
had
Clearly got
practice.
fine.
Cool. It's fine. Nomad. The thing is, Nomad.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Clearly it wasn't fine.
Just how easy Nomad can score is just too much. That whole legendary where he just appears at the other side of any sizable piece of terrain.
It's fine.
Edge can do that.
Except if
Yeah,
you
don't worry, we're coming on to her.
It's all good.
She's
unless you miss.
she's alright.
I don't think it's that bad.
Nice
It's
skills.
It's
I don't
actually,
wanna,
no.
I don't want to use her anymore.
Edge has to be touching the
She has to be
terrain
touching
piece.
the terrain,
He doesn't.
yeah.
He just has to be within 4 inches of it.
2 out of the 3 captains for the hunters create terrain that you can place touching her at the very in the very beginning of activation.
And that's every turn. And one of the bits of terrain is fast ground.
And rough ground. She ignores rough ground.
Yes, but she just jumps to the other side of the fast ground and off
Yeah,
she
yeah.
pops.
Exactly.
Nomad's an issue.
And again, he's just sort of like, what do I need this turn?
Too many toolboxes.
And in a rule,
I'm sorry, but
Rivet.
no. What makes me laugh is his rule is called roulette. Yet
Oh,
you
it's
get
ra-
to pick.
It should
It's
be-
not randomised.
Roll a d3.
It should
That's
be,
what you're getting.
exactly. It should be random if it's along those lines.
Yeah.
Nah, just change
No.
the name from roulette. That's a better fix, I think, for that one. I don't know. I like Nomad.
I didn't realise he had goal of the month.
Yeah, of course. Another rule. The back of his card's rammed.
It is just random.
Take goal of the month off and then it'll be fine.
No, he wouldn't. He's still too good. But to be fair, it's sort of you say he's easy to kill as well. He's def 5 with unpredictable
And 13 health.
and 13
Can he give
health.
himself 2 inch melee?
Vitriol.
No.
Vitriol is
I
a
always
fault.
forget his
No,
name.
Rivet can though.
Rivet can, yeah.
Yeah.
And give him +1 tack to put him tack 6
Yeah,
with a 5 on playable.
there you go.
He's base tack 6 with Rivet.
Oh, base tack 6 with Rivet, and then it goes up to tack
Goes up to
7
Yeah.
and a 2-inch melee.
See, do you think that Nomad was pre-planned with what he was getting before Rivet? Because obviously they gave him tack 5, but Roulette, his ability is give him +1 tack.
That
Because it gets round the whole Rivet cap.
Yeah.
no man should have always gone to Alchemists.
You got Cammy instead, so you
You
can't
did get
complain.
Cammy instead, and Cammy's BS.
She's not.
That's,
you don't see her as
thing-
much as
That kick-off that Jamie showed me was fantastic.
Which
If you
one?
had Nomad,
Where you kick her off to one side.
if you had Nomad, it would still be Cammy, but just called Nomad. It would have Cammy.
It would,
rules.
yeah,
No,
exactly. Yeah.
'cause
Nomad would have his 2 guns.
It would be.
Are you
Cammy's rules.
suggesting that the cards were rewritten and they just put a
Yeah, just put a picture of Cammy next to it.
Maybe change some of the names.
roulette to shot in the dark?
Yeah.
I
No.
genuinely think that's got to be true. Anyway.
Because the 2 of them are so close
Yeah.
to what they...
Yeah, and also, well, no, I suppose the abilities are so sort of guild tailored
Yeah, exactly.
already.
I think with players like Nomad and Cammy, where they fill the same role,
Mm.
I reckon they just had this is what the engineers do, it's going to look like.
Yeah.
this is what the Alchemist's person's going to look like. Whoever goes where. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
I think the only one that threw them off was Cutlass.
No.
Because they're like, why do blacksmiths need gold?
No, Knuckles going to fish and Lane going to butchers.
So butchers picked up a striker.
Well, Knuckles was like a beating defensive person.
He was Brewers, really, wasn't he?
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Lane was a striker.
Yeah.
But that's the nature of unpredictable community.
Yeah.
That's why we love them.
We love them, yeah.
So obviously it gives them headaches for balancing or fine tuning afterwards.
True.
I think that's a good place to end.
Okay. I was going to say, when do we think it will arrive?
March, everyone.
Just before April. I mean, just before Vengeance.
Just before Vengeance. As long as I don't change too many hunters, I'll be alright. Because by then I won't know what I'm doing.
Tough one.
Spirit Bear.
I have a spirit there.
I don't.
Painted as.
This is going to sound really arrogant, right? But I think they released the new plot deck after our event. Rather than
That does
before.
sound very arrogant. I don't think they did. I think they just had a plan of when they were going to do it.
But I don't think they would release a massive errata just before Vengeance.
Well, they
Didn't
released
they do
new
it last
captains
year?
just before.
Yeah.
True, but that's the captain. That's not.
And couldn't deliver them all. So when you turn up wanting to play Butchers for Vengeance, you're sad panda.
Was that you, Ryan?
I was literally going to play.
Didn't you play Miners?
I did. But
Didn't you try and push Venom off the pitch?
No.
In cover.
4-2 in cover.
Why would anybody try that?
I don't know, what did you?
Had a tunnel vision.
What you need is to put singled out by Colossus.
You needed
first,
Colossus.
And then set Velocity in afterwards.
I was playing Miners. I don't know. I didn't know how to play Miners before they got nerfed a little bit. I was bad with Miners when they were very broken.
Yes.
Missed the window.
Totally.
Didn't you take them to events after that?
And you went
and
and
do
12-0'd
well?
everyone.
Yeah. Team went. I was with you, wasn't I?
Yeah.
John.
No. Was it?
You and Dave.
You and Pirate Dave, yeah. You carried the team.
I wasn't on the team with Pirate Dave.
No, it was me and you and somebody
John.
else.
It was
And
John.
It was John.
Yeah. So I think it was Andy T and Pirate Dave.
Yeah.
With somebody else who dropped in the last round.
Ooh,
That's it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh well,
Anyway.
this makes great viewing.
Happy
but anyway.
birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
Happy anniversary.
Happy birthday.
everybody.
Yes.
And looking forward. We probably should have spent some of this 2 hours talking about what we plan for the next year, really. But
More of the same.
But
It's just going to be more of the same. We'll do. We're looking at doing about 3 or 4 events before Masters.
Yeah, man. We've got tickets.
I've got tickets.
March to Masters.
March to
In
I
Masters.
love a pun.
We're about halfway
Yeah, man.
on ticket sales for March to Masters, so we're getting there.
sold during this recording.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Baby John was it?
Baby John's coming.
Baby John's coming.
Yeah, March to Masters.
Solo in Morn. Again.
He was good at that.
He did well with that. He did do well with that.
We've got the Masters. The Yorkshire Puddings are doing an event they've asked us to plug at Leodis on the 8th of March or something like that.
Somewhat along those lines.
Great plugging there.
7th of March.
Appreciate that.
Is it 7th of March? Is it 2 weeks before ours?
I believe 7th of March.
You going?
I don't know yet. Probably.
That's a no.
No, I actually think more likely yes than no.
You coming to March to Masters?
Also probably yes. More than no.
You?
He's running it, isn't he?
Yeah, right.
To be determined, I think, to be there for other reasons we were going to here.
If I get my champion saying, "Oh, run it," hold it to ransom.
Yeah, Steamforge care about whether our event go ahead. So yeah, we're looking at doing 3 or 4 Guild Ball events before the end of the year.
To try and get a God tier event or 2 in as well this year, I think.
It's true.
Try it out.
We've got
see
enough.
what it
We've got enough mats between us.
Yeah, I'm built able. We've got another one that's slightly too big. It will work. Put it on the bottom table. No one knows.
Ryan will notice now.
But yeah.
Why do better at God tier?
You're bringing Team Boner out, Rich.
I think technically
No.
we could run a 32-man event, couldn't we? I don't know how you run a 32-man God tier event, but in theory you could run one.
So you get 32 players.
And then have 5 games, yeah, and eventually somebody wins.
I think you see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people at the minute. A lot of people are running campaign days, aren't they?
Mm.
doing 8-man.
I think it
campaign
lends
days.
itself more to small campaign stuff rather than a 32-man tournament.
Problem is the venue we have, they wouldn't appreciate us going up. We're booking this huge venue
For 8 people.
For 8 people to book.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't think that'd work. We could get away with 16.
Run it in your house. Dan did a good one by the looks
You're-
of it.
Very personal choice that is.
I was
Come to my
gonna say,
house and play Gontier.
8 strangers come to my house.
7, I'll be playing.
With his own event.
With my own house.
Yeah. If not,
House
it's going
rules.
out. Yeah.
House
Oh, I'm
rules.
sorry, you're about to beat me. Get out.
House rules, I win. Sorry.
House always wins.
Does.
It's true.
Roulette.
Roulette. No, that's fine.
Are we done? Are we
That's-
finished?
Yeah.
He's desperate to leave, isn't
Are
he,
you
the
desperate
boy?
You in a bush?
No, I'm just conscious that it's been 2.5 hours now.
If you enjoyed that 2-hour ramble, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and obey.
Oh!
T-shirt coming soon, hopefully.
Yeah, Dave's designed us a new T-shirt,
Yeah.
which we're going to try and get like a store together.
Yeah, what's your
We've got
thought?
quite a bit of merch at the moment, so if people want to get that,
Oh, I was going to say actually, because
Yeah.
we've never been a big fan of Patreon because we are doing this as a hobby, and as such, we don't really want to have people giving us money
yeah,
and kind of.
If they
not
want
have
to, I can send you my PayPal.
but we don't want to kind of have them give us money for nothing.
I don't like the idea of having content beyond a paywall.
Yeah,
All of
exactly.
our content
So
should be
we-
free.
all of our
for
content
everyone.
is
We
always going to
wouldn't
be
do
free.
that. So the reality is, you wouldn't get anything from a Patreon account. So we didn't really see any value in that. But we did think if people wanted to support the channel and enjoy what we do, then they might want a T-shirt.
Exactly. We've got multiple different
Nice.
T-shirts now. Dave's designed some more.
Turn around and show the back of yours.
No.
Yeah.
I can't
You're worth wearing
rotate.
those ones.
You are?
I can't rotate.
You can.
Can't.
Why
Oh,
not?
it doesn't matter because the one that's coming is an evolution of that, so it's hopefully going to be better.
We do sweatshirts.
Jumpers.
We do them. It's called uniform.
If you want
Potato sack not included.
So yeah, we are interested to see if anyone, if you comment below, if you are interested in seeing those kind of things, then
Yeah.
so
So
we are kind of making them. I'm making them personally myself for a T-shirt for myself, and possibly some of these guys as well if they like it.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
actually, why not? If people want to support the channel, then we'll charge an amount of money, which means we'll cover.
I don't know. I just like the idea of people wearing our stuff.
Well, so right, but yeah, we'll charge an amount of money that will actually help towards contributing towards kit and things like that for the channel as well. So it will all get reinvested
Yeah.
in making more content. But that's the way we see
Well,
it.
we've done 2 years on our own Steam without getting a penny off anyone.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. So, okay, just content that people can look forward to. Should we just
Go on.
cover that? So we'll finish the God Tier campaign. We're going to keep up with the Guild Ball games and
And
things
more
like
God
that.
tier content beyond that.
There's
Just,
gonna be more
you know,
God tier
we will do
content beyond
champion games.
Yeah.
It will all be 3v3, I'm afraid. 2v2. Controversial as it
You
may
went there.
be.
That's too long.
Yeah.
It's too long.
Controversial as it may be, I don't like 2v2 games, so the reality is
It's fine.
we're only
A
gonna
video
do
that's an
3v3.
hour and a half long is reasonable.
I wasn't
for
going
Marvel,
to
I think.
ask about it.
Well,
was
I
just
think
making
I think you'll find that some feature films are 90 minutes. And
I
there's
think
much-
you'll find that
well,
2v2 is in the official rulebook, and so this is a supported format.
Give me your
It
glasses.
is.
Well, actually. Can you say well, actually?
That moved into bullying really quickly. Give me your glass, give me your lunch money, right?
Yeah, so we won't.
3v3 God tier content.
3v3 is where it's at. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep. If anyone's interested in seeing us do a Path to Glory,
Age of Sigma.
We've
Age
been
of
speaking
Sigmar
about
Path to
it
Glory.
ages.
We've been talking about it
people
for-
aren't interested, we're still going to do it. But
What? Yeah.
if you want to see it, then let us know because then we might
My
move it up
ghosts.
the.
yeah, this is it. So if
Good
anyone's
list.
interested in seeing a bit of Age of Sigmar, a bit of Path to Glory, that's fine. A lot of us have got Lord of the Rings as well, so we could do a bit of the Lord of the Rings content if people like that.
Ryan, we were going to do it, weren't we? You've got your Isengard.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I got my Rohan and my Iron Hills.
You painted your dwarves.
Dwarves.
Some of them are still there. Those forgeable residents are still sat there.
Forge world stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
From
I'm
the eastern branch.
I wasn't going to say
Corona
that,
branch.
we have got
Laughs in recast.
we have also got Dark Souls, Horizon Zero
Resident
Dawn come
Evil
in.
crap, yeah.
Resident Evil.
Crap, we have Resident Evil.
So I'm building a Super Fancy Brawl board.
We've got that
which means
coming
we'll
as
bring
well.
that
We've got
as
this is it. So
there is lots and lots of stuff to come.
So don't forget to
year.
comment in the comments what you want us to see.
Don't just like
What
it
you
in
want us to do for you to see.
What would you like to see us do? We have Ryan.
That video is not on YouTube.
It's on another streaming service.
On the hub.
That is behind a paywall.
link below if you want to get some baby on that paywall.
Dippers get dipped.
Dippers get dipped. Dip
Like a dip dab.
Chips. It's gonna get double dipped. Dip dab.
On that note,
No, I've got more than that.
12 minutes after we said goodbye.
We ain't said goodbye.
We haven't said goodbye yet. So yeah,
Bye.
don't forget to like, subscribe and obey. Comment down below what you want to see, and don't forget to ring the bell.
See you for another year of content.
We will be here in another year's time doing another dodgy 2.5 hour video
that nobody watches.
that nobody watches.
No,
It's fine.
We're quite well.
Dippers' mum will watch it.
No, she doesn't like this kind of stuff.
Don't like to see a little soldier get bullied.
On that note, let's finally finish it.
Yeah.
So, alright, thanks guys.
Yeah,
Catch you on the
thanks
next
again.
episode.
Bye.
Bye.